What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. I always say, if it's your first time, please tell a friend, give us a good rating, leave a good review, do all that good stuff. Subscribe if you're on the YouTubes, get that notification bell. We post every single Friday. We don't miss, baby. You're looking for more of this content? We got it at the Patreon, patreon.com/WhiskeyGingerPodcast. We could use it. We could love it. We'd love to see you there. All right? Come on over to the Patreon if you want more Whiskey Ginger stuff. I do solo eps, do what I call Cheeto chats, and then I do one-on-one Zooms with the top tier, plus more content than you get right here. If you're looking for merch and you're on YouTube, look down below. There's a merch bar right down there. Otherwise, go to andrewsantinostore.com. That has all the rest of the stuff. Today's episode is with Yannis Pappas. I love this dude. He's so funny. We get wild. We get ridiculous. We say all sorts of dumb stuff that doesn't mean anything. And that's why I love him. He's able to roll with the punches and not take himself serious at all. I love Yannis Pappas. I'm so happy that I was able to get him in the studio COVID safely. Enough rambling on from me. Let's go to the episode.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean it once again today. My guy, Yannis Pappas, is in here. One half, the better half of the history hyenas. The real hyena.
The one that smells
Chrissy
better.
D is history. He's out. We're canceling him officially today on this show.
Yeah, I'm the one that identifies as a guy 24 hours a day.
Yep, and what does he identify as?
It depends. It depends on his mood. When he's feeling a little bitchy, he goes they. When he's feeling attracted to men, he goes she.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a full-blown fudgy yogurt.
Fanoink.
He's a fanoinky.
He's a fanoinkage.
I feel like ordering, like, this is what...
This is we got this installed for people's safety. We're COVID safe. We've got but Yannis Pappas and I we've already been through the gambit. We made it out of the gulag. We both had Roan 19.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Somebody said to me the other day, no joke. Somebody goes, I didn't know the 19 was for 2019.
I didn't know that either, to be honest with you.
Neither did I. It was me. I said it out loud.
Oh, is it true?
I said it to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it true?
That's why.
I bet you a lot of people don't know that. You know,
I swear to God, I was talking to someone about it, and I was like, well, I actually told myself a thing that I didn't know. And I went, well, that's why it's called 19. And in my mind, I was like, that is why it's called 2000.
And did you confirm that with Google?
I went on the internet.
Yeah?
Yeah, Google said, yep.
So what are they doing now? Because
Now we're Rona 21.
It's 21, yeah.
They got the new one. They got the new one out there.
Yeah, they got to update it. I mean, you know.
I want to say congratulations to you.
Thank you.
You were the only one.
I thought you were going to congratulate me on having a baby, but.
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah,
I
big
texted
fucking
you,
deal.
and I called you personally
It's
about
true, you
that,
did
like a
call me.
real friend.
Yes.
I called. I said, Jan, proud of you, happy for you.
And I didn't even talk to a doctor after talking to you because you called me. It was very thoughtful as a
Did you
friend.
need to talk to a
No,
doctor?
because you said just take a walk and you'll be fine.
No, I texted you and I said, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. And then you said,
Because I came out of the closet.
you said, listen,
Yeah.
I'm gay.
Yep.
My wife knows.
Yep.
It's not my baby.
Yeah. Not fully gay, just women with dicks.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's halfway.
It's whatever you need it to be.
However I need to
No,
rationalize it to
I wanted to
myself.
congratulate you
I'm
for
gonna have
real.
to have a weird conversation with my daughter on her parent-teacher day. Yeah.
She's never going to see any of this stuff.
No.
None of this stuff is going to make it.
No, we're not going to make it.
No, we're not going to make it.
Or it could be dubbed in Chinese. They're taking over at some point.
What
They're
would we
number
sound
one.
like in Mandarin?
Huh?
What would we sound like in Mandarin?
Mandarin is you can't even do that voice anymore. You get a call from Harry Kondabolu. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's more offensive.
Yeah.
Mine is at least
Yours
I
more
attempted.
accurate. Yeah.
I attempted.
Yeah.
Last time you were, but yes, congrats on the baby. I love you. I'm so happy for you. How wonderful. You're bringing a beautiful life into this world. Yeah. And last time we were together, me, you, in L.A., me, you, and that name that shall not be said.
Right.
CD.
I just call him Helmet Head.
Yeah, helmet head, Guido face.
Yeah.
We were in my house in one of my rooms, and your mic wasn't
Started
working.
making it. Oh yeah, no.
We did.
We did that. Yeah.
But
I
I'm
thought-
happy your mic is working
I
now.
thought that was part of the podcast at the beginning.
What a bit it would be if I didn't turn on your mic this time.
That
too.
would be hilarious. Yeah. First of all, you put me in the fucking metal fold-out chair,
I
so my
know.
ass hurt. But you put me closer to you, which
I wanted
appreciated.
I wanted you near me.
Yeah, I
You
felt
know
that.
why? Honestly, and I
Yeah.
say this not to even start talking about it because I don't trust Chris. I never have.
You can't
I
trust.
never have.
Look, here's the thing. You look like a kid. I've never seen you dance, but
Yeah.
you look like you could dance, which means you have a soul.
I got a soul.
Never trust anyone who can't move.
He can't move.
That's why I don't leave my personal belongings near that fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
You ever watch him dance? It looks like he's being burned by a car cigarette lighter. It's fucking bad. Do not trust him around your personal belongings.
Yeah, he's a bad boy.
I pick up my phone and I put it in my pocket when I'm around him.
Well, you know what's and here's something about him too. He sent me a text saying he was going to buy a house. He wanted, and he said, "What do you think about this house?" And he showed me a picture. I'm sure you saw the house that he thought about getting.
I mean, the kid, yeah, he's.
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of them, but
Yeah.
but the one of them I said, "This will be a good place for you to hide out." And he said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "You know what I mean." And he goes, "I got you, baby," because he's a criminal. He's a bad guy.
He's a
He
bad
needs to run
person.
away from his mistakes.
Yeah, no,
that's
he-
why he wants to be. That's why he's buying this house. For people who want to know, I'll tell you, it's far upstate New York. It's up by the Catskills. That's where he wants to live.
Yeah.
on his own little mountain in his own little hideaway cave.
Yeah, he's trying to get away
Pig.
from the world, and you know what? Society is happy about that.
We don't want him neither.
We need to remove him from society. He's too much of an unpredictable force, and you know.
Enough about him. He
Enough
sucks.
about him. Yeah.
I want to ask some real serious questions to you
Do
because
you mind
I
if
know
I sit You mind if I sit like this, like classy, or I have a small dick?
you're only allowed to have 3 position changes on this show.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
So it's got to be that cross, the other cross, or flat like this.
This is my first one, so you'll keep track, and if I don't, beat the shit out of me.
Me and my fans are keeping track.
That
You're
would be
fine.
funny if that was just a part of your show, where
Yeah.
like somebody and you like
Someone
like, you
uncrosses
get
their leg.
3 changes, and if you don't, I just hook off on your face. Yeah.
Beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I want to know because I've never had this discussion with someone who was on the inside. What was it like inside the Capitol? What did it feel like? What was it
Yeah,
like?
that one. It was. I didn't make it. I was trying to get to Pelosi's desk.
Be real with me. Did you actually get in, or you were outside?
No, I was inside.
You
I
were
made
inside.
it inside. Yeah, I made it inside. I didn't climb the wall though.
Yeah.
I did.
You got
did
let in the
walk
back
out. Yeah,
door?
well, I was one of the. I was let in by one of the cops.
You saw
Yeah,
that?
yeah. We just did like a little. We did the OK sign, and they put.
Oh,
us
and
in.
then they were like, "Come on in."
Yeah, they put us in.
Right.
yeah.
That makes sense.
So yeah, because a few so then I just went in and I went to the bathroom on the first floor.
Right.
And then by then it was over because I had
Oh.
to take a shit, so I missed it. I mean, I missed it.
By the way, that's a great episode of a comedy sketch of like a guy that's like, "We're gonna
like,
do it,"
yeah.
and he just take it. He's like, my stomach is killing me from lunch."
yeah, he just misses the
Whatever
whole
they
thing.
had at the Rebel lunches knocked
Yeah.
him out. I think after watching that stuff, it's so
You know that this country is over.
it's so funny. It's like I get that like people. I know it incited so much anger and da da da. I want to stick to the comedy of it all.
Yeah.
As a comedian. It was so
wish you were there
funny.
in
It was
some way.
so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was so funny to me. It
Yeah.
was like these guys are so dumb. I know there's so much depth to it. That's political that people want to get mad about it. I understand. That can exist. I've already done that. This part of me now goes beyond being like, those guys are more shoot everyone in the head. These fucking idiots. Like, you can't storm a federal building. But now I'm like, God, I wish I was there to watch how funny that was.
Yeah.
That would have been so funny, dude.
It was
A bunch of unathletic people scaling a wall, like a bunch.
Did you see that one video of they put the video game?
Oh, of,
music
the,
and the guy
of
falls?
Super Mario? Yeah.
Du-du-du-du-du.
By the way, the sound he makes when he hits the table, he's like, it's dude, I could have looped that 1,000 times. But I just would love the comedy of it all was just so absurd. Like it was just led by the guy in the horns and face paint. And I was like, you couldn't write this. You really couldn't write that in a movie. They'd be like, this is too kooky. It's not real.
Yeah, and it's funny that it is real. And you know, people who don't believe it was a coup attempt, it's like, no, that was a coup attempt.
Yeah.
By people who believe that Hillary Clinton is a shapeshifter.
Yeah,
That's
well,
exactly what you'd expect
actually,
that coup attempt to look like.
We say lizard in our community. We
Lizard,
say she's
sorry.
lizard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's very lizardy.
and she does drink the blood of children underneath pizza places.
Is it just pizza though? Why couldn't it be another
She
business?
moved on to Panera Breads. I don't know. Here's the thing.
She's like, you get a bowl of soup, you get some children's blood in the basement.
Here's the thing. You know they're meeting now for January 20th, going like, all right, we got our AR-15, so we know how we're gonna handle the National Guard. They come at us, we shoot them. But what are we gonna do with Hillary Clinton when she turns invisible? How do we beat that? Who's got a machine for that?
When
We're
she's-
stumped by that.
when
When
she's
Kamala
time
turns into a
traveling,
bird and
what
flies
do
on
you?
us.
She's gonna jump through a black hole in the wall and come out the other side. You prepared for that? Are you prepared for that?
How do we defend against that?
By the way, I know some of these people.
Yeah.
I've these are people from back home. That's what I used to say. There's people that you've met where you're like one of my uncle's friends. You're like, this guy is one of those guys for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And their theories about everything. They're so flawed. They're perfect. Do you know what I mean? There's so many holes where you're like, oh, this is yes. The only way this would work is if you have so many holes in your argument for you to believe all of it, because it's not like one little thing that they're questioning where it's like, could it be? Couldn't it be? It's like, no. The whole thing is wrong, so I get why they buy into it.
Yeah, no.
Because you just have to believe if you believe enough chaos, then I guess it all kind of makes sense. Whether or not it's even feasible, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I wonder what the gateway crazy thing is to the rest of the game.
What's the
What's
intro?
like the marijuana of paranoid conspiracy theories? Like,
I wonder.
Is it the Hillary Clinton shapeshifter? Is it that the Clintons like? It's got to be one thing that sends them through the spiral.
What would we think? I mean, Giuliani does look not like a real person, so
No,
he
he's-
could be the intro to if someone visually was like, "This guy's real, yes or no?" You go, "No,
No.
that guy's not real."
It could be Trump's initial Obama wasn't born here, because that's kind of like
Yeah,
an
show me the
innocent- it's
passport.
like the marijuana of conspiracy theories. It's like, he was
He's
born-
Muslim.
Yeah, he's Muslim. Okay, you
Yeah.
start like a little puff, then the
Right.
next thing you know, you're fucking shooting mainline and shit. Hillary Clinton's a reptile. It just continues to get worse and worse and worse. The worst thing about this is it's like bored people in America's fan fiction.
Yeah.
They're just sitting in their suburb house, and they're just like on the internet, and they're like, "God damn right, yeah."
Yeah,
We're
and
getting
it's
to the bottom
fueling
of
the
this
fire
shit.
in the best kind of way for them, because it's like if you think one version of something is real, you can find the answer that can verify that. Do you know what I mean? Like in the same way of people looking at like the Rona stuff, whatever you want to know, your version or the real version or whatever. It's there, I promise.
Yeah.
If you go, I bet you Corona causes deafness.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna look right, watch, I'll look right now.
Oh, yeah, I bet it's there. Yeah,
It's there. There's
You're right.
someone that was like, does here we gotta look. Does Corona cause hearing loss? And I guarantee you,
It'll come. It's true.
there's got to be a case of it
It's
because
true.
it's one of those things where you're like hearing loss, COVID-19 and hearing loss. What's the connection? I've never even thought about this before.
Yeah.
But that's proof in the pudding. If you
Let's try another one because this is fun.
this
How
is
about-
good. Does Corona cause what? Give me another. Does a Corona
co-
cause?
Does Corona cause make you impotent?
Does Corona cause impotency?
Yeah, I told you it that way because I couldn't figure out how to
Impotency.
say the word impotence.
Does Corona cause impotency?
Impotency. Is it impotency or impotent?
Impotency. Impotence.
Impotency.
Impotence.
Does it make you impotent?
The first article that pops up. What's that say? You read that?
Can cause erectile
Function. Yes. COVID-19 can cause
Try
erectile
this one.
dysfunction.
Can
Man.
COVID turn you gay?
Does Corona turn you gay? Does Corona make you gay?
Yeah.
How about that?
Or how about this one? Does Corona make you racist against the Chinese?
Does Corona make you Does Corona make you gay? Turning gay during COVID-19. Chicago Tribune.
And that's the Tribune. That's one of the most respected outlets.
It's my hometown, baby.
Yeah,
It's the
that's
Red Eye.
That is a respected.
The truth is that's the point of all this. That's why
Yeah.
that's why I laugh about it. It's like if you're looking for it, she's there.
Yeah.
What's that old thing they always say? It's like when you're looking for trouble, you're bound to find it.
Yeah.
So it's
sorta
like
the thing you fear is what you bring into your
you
life.
you
yeah.
made it. You manifested. It's
Yeah.
why I watch these ghost shows with my wife. We love these ghost shows. Do you know who Zach Bagans is?
No,
Ghost
no.
Hunters.
I imagine he's some sort of superhuman who can figure out where the ghosts are.
Yep,
He can differentiate between wind and ghosts. He's the guy.
dude. He just did one at the Comedy Store.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Where do they get their ghost hunting equipment? Have you ever been in a Best Buy and seen like a ghost hunting section?
Yes, it is. It's by the CDs.
I always miss
You
it.
just got to go by
Yeah.
CDs. You got to go by Blu-ray.
I always go to the Apple section. That's where it is.
That's where it is. Yeah. Where does this go? I thought where does equipment come from, and also who fixes it
Yeah.
when something happens? You can't. There's no repair store.
Hey, yeah, my ghost detector. It's
For some reason, it's my scrim isn't bloop blopping as much as it was the first time we used it. Oh, that's because it's a piece from a microwave. Get out of my fucking store.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy, he did it at the Comedy Store. And I've talked on this podcast how much I love these guys because he's like a bro. He's jacked. You should see this dude. He's buff as shit. He's jacked. Spiky black hair.
You're cut like a swimmer.
I'm trying.
You got an ideal body.
Do you know,
like,
you got
I'm
a great
cut,
body.
But then
what are you
I'm
talking
fat
about?
here.
Yeah, but that's because of why?
Because I eat too much.
You
and
just
I'm
had a
fucking
kid.
bad boy.
You just had a child.
I know, but I eat naughty.
You take the weight from the wife for a month or two, and then you
I
give it
know,
away.
I know, and that's why COVID hit me so hard because I was a fat piece of shit, and I was also I was eating what she was eating, and I wasn't sleeping.
You're
'cause I
in
had
good
a-
shape now, though, for real.
You're
in better shape.
Jawline back.
Your jawline's back.
That's all that matters.
baby.
Is my jawline's back. It's back.
And you got those sweet eyes. Those eyes, man.
They're kind of beady and close together.
Yeah, but that's why they're sweet.
That's why they're sweet. Yeah.
Because you don't look like you could attack, but you will.
I will attack.
You will.
And I bite.
Especially when
I
you
don't
say
know
it like
MMA,
that.
but I will bite. I do bite if you get close, and I always shoot for the body.
Not an MMA guy. I would love to do jujitsu where we just kiss. I just want to kiss on the ground and roll around with my buds.
I think
Is that bad?
I don't think it's bad. And I don't know if you ever saw a prank show, but pranks are stupid, but there was this one prank show where this guy would start shit with someone and then he would get completely naked and every one of the guys ran away. He would start shit and go, what man? And he would strip his clothes
In
off.
a black neighborhood, though?
He would do it in a black neighborhood.
Yeah, always. That's the best.
Yeah.
Because a white neighborhood, they're calling the cops because you've incited nudity and now you're going to go to prison. In the black neighborhood, they're laughing and they're running.
Right.
Look at this dumb motherfucker. They're
Right,
laughing. That's
right.
my There was a dude I know that used to do pranks in the hood. He was like one of those first guys on YouTube. He would dress up like a zombie and he would go to like a basketball court and be like, ugh, and they would for the
would run,
hills.
yeah.
Like he was out of the ground. Like he just popped up.
Yeah. Jay Okerson used to have a great joke about that, like how they were like the toughest people, but then they'd get like scared of
They're
like
scared.
They're scared of like a squirrel or something, or like they jump in a tree and get that fucking thing away from me, man.
It is, dude. Honestly, though, white people love ghosts. Black people, they're not fucking with the spiritual. Every black person I know is like, that shit is not, But white people are like, I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'd love to stay at a haunted B&B. Wouldn't you love to stay at a haunted B&B?
Let's go on a ghost tour.
That's so stupid.
Have you ever gone on a ghost tour?
Of course, I'm white.
It's 100% white.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
It
all
looks like a pro-Trump rally.
Well, that's we go from there right to the Capitol.
Yeah, it's just white people, Candace Owens.
I went. It was me, Tommy Lahren. We went to this place called the Winchester Mystery House
in Winchester, Virginia?
No, San Jose, right up here. So, by the way, the story of this is actually fascinating. I like history shit like that. So do you. But the place is a disappointment. Sorry, go. It's fun. It's great. It just let me down because I was like, the story goes, Winchester, the gun company, they were cursed, because the great-grandfather died some like totally accidental way. The woman gets the company from her husband because he dies like of cancer, and then 2 days later, her son dies. 3 days later, the daughter dies. It's like everyone's dying, and of course, back then you're like, oh yeah, it was just polio or some shit.
Yeah.
But everyone died, and she was alone and had this massive house, and so because she was afraid of being alone in the house, she would continually hire contractors to keep building onto the house. So you go, it's kind of fascinating. It's like rooms that lead to, or stairs that lead to nowhere, or rooms that have like three or four exit doors that go to other parts of the house. So she would have people till the day she died building the house so she wouldn't be alone. So she was so scared of being alone that the house is just a continuation of additions.
Right.
It's the creepiest thing when you go. I don't get scared of like ghosty things, but you're like, this is a symptom of when you think the paranormal is real,
Right.
it consumes your whole life.
Right.
Until she died. She kept building rooms to trap ghosts in.
So was there like a tour through there?
Yeah, well, you can take the official tour or you can just walk through. You
Did
pay
you
and
do
you
it?
can walk through. We paid for the tour and then we walked on our own.
Did you hear anything?
Yeah, because a lot of it was shit you read online.
Right.
It was like all the things the guy said, I read on the website.
Do you think they just have people working though behind the wall, and the guy's just smoking a cigarette? He hears me, he's like, "All right, hold on a second." Then he just kicks the wall. Smoking a cigarette. He's like, "Hold on 1 second.
Let
fuck
me
it."
out.
Yeah, he gets like in his earpiece. You're like, "All right, 4 idiots walking through." He's like, "Here we go.
Here we go.
Kick the fucking wall. a few
Yeah.
times. Let's go
No,
back.
that's what it. But that's what all that shit feels like. And that's what I feel like when this guy Zach Bagans to go back to Ghost Adventures. I love him because he's a tough guy. Like he's like, come on and do that to my face, ghosts. Like he fronts on the ghosts.
He wants to.
I love. He wants to fight a ghost. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he does these.
So
ones.
he's batshit crazy.
He's beautiful.
So he's just yelling at the
the
air?
word is beautiful.
He's like
He's beautiful.
Yeah.
He is off in the deep end, and I love it, and I want to swim with him.
Tell me the show because I'm going to start watching it.
Ghost Adventures.
Ghost Adventures.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's on. I think it's on History.
Yeah.
Wherever you'll
I
find it.
love all that. I love all that shit because I believe if you can convince people that this is real and
Yeah.
people, it's entertainment.
Oh, it's great.
Like if you think it's real, that's not on him. That's your fantasy or you're stupid.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
nothing's gonna change that.
No.
Give this guy some fucking credit. He's some sort of magician. He's
a magician.
He's a magician.
He's a magician.
Like you know what I love about mediums? I love how like they can speak to dead people, but they have like a bad connection. You ever notice that? They're going like, wait a second, I can't. Is John? I just. It's like.
Is it
you-
John or
yeah, it's like,
Kevin,
you have
your brother?
T-Mobile? What's the problem? Is there no service in here? How do you have this great power, but it's blurry?
It's
all
blurry.
The time?
Right.
Yeah.
I can feel them, but they're not near.
Yeah. Does any? And it's always the most generic. Is there Jay? I'm seeing a, and then nobody. No, it wasn't that. Red dog. Has anyone ever had? Yeah, and then they just.
Yeah,
they're
but
good at
also it's astrology in a nutshell to me. I'm not like all that stuff. It's like every time my wife and I joke about it, I always go read any of them, and I could put myself in literally anybody. I could be a Cancer, I could be a Leo. You could pick any of those things and go, yeah, I get temperamental at night. What the fuck? It's so the vagueness helps them to trick people to go. Did you watch like right now, Jan? Okay,
Yeah.
you're on your mom's side. I'm feeling like was she an only child?
She had one sister, but that's close. That's almost close because she only had one sister.
But the sister,
People want to believe do that too. They go, "That was yeah, she
Right.
had one sister."
And the sister- and
but
the
she
sister-
told me once she felt like she was alone.
right? And
Yeah.
because the sister and her had a severed relationship at some point in their youth, didn't they? They had something.
They used to fight.
They used to fight. They used to fight.
And then there was a long period of time where they didn't speak. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then now that they're older, they're both doing much better, and things are getting connected again.
Yeah, because this is to be alive is horror, and my aunt's dead.
Yeah.
So you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
She's doing much
Correct.
better because
Right.
she doesn't feel the pain and
guess
doesn't
what?
have to worry about corona.
When I said that your mom is an only child, it's because her sister's talking to me right now.
And wait a second, because my mother's still alive, although she's in Alzheimer's and she doesn't know who anyone is, her sister's dead, so she is an only child right
She's
now.
an only child right now.
She's an only child right now. Is my aunt thinking of me? Is my aunt watching
Hold on.
over me?
Hold on. She says your new baby.
Yeah. Oh, how did she know about it?
You have a baby?
Yeah.
She says your new baby is going to have an OnlyFans.
Oh, no. No, I don't. I want my money back.
No, you already paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the medium thing they just pull. They pull from the air.
Yeah.
But it's genius. What you said, magician. By the way, comedy. We're magicians too.
We are magicians.
We're little magicians.
We're pretending like we just thought of the thing.
Yeah,
or
we've
said
had
it
it.
100
We've had it.
times.
But we're magicians without cards. See,
Yeah.
they get props. And by the way, for years that people said, you know, in the comedy world, it's like props were hack, and it's like by the way, I wish I could have props. It looks so fun.
Yes.
It looks way more fun than trying to use my mouth and my brain.
Yeah, and I mean,
I would love a fun little prop.
Yeah, I mean, at least he has an actual skill besides just bullshitting.
Right,
I mean,
besides-
Jeff Dunham is a really good ventriloquist. Actually,
He really is.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's a guy that PC culture didn't even bother with.
Oh no, he had an Arab terrorist.
I
He
love
had-
the Arab
yeah,
terrorist.
I mean,
Arab terrorist, and then he had the Mexican jalapeno.
Yeah, yeah, he did. And he sold the fuck out.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that the PC plane flew right over his hometown. He
Yeah,
didn't
but-
have to worry about any of those people coming at him for that
No,
stuff.
he's not. Yeah,
He's
not-
still doing it, right?
Yeah, he's still doing it.
Good
I think
for
he
Jeff.
still sells out because he doesn't have to worry about performing in 2 neighborhoods in 3 cities.
Right, right.
That's the people
Right.
who really care. You
Right.
know?
He's
It's-
never going to get a phone call from a small theater in Brooklyn. Like,
Yeah.
hey, could you come? You
They'll
think
be
you
like,
come
"Hey,
here?
They're boycotting outside of Matchless in Greenpoint. He's like, yeah, I'm doing a.
He's like, sorry, I'm doing 8 shows in Omaha.
yeah, you know, have you ever heard of Joel Osteen? Yeah, I'm doing his arena.
Yeah.
He's doing.
He
a
lent
Sunday,
me
yeah.
his arena. I
Yeah.
mean, he flew me here on his plane.
Yeah. So yeah.
By the way, the amount of puss and coke on Joel Osteen's plane.
I mean, that kid's got nice teeth.
He's got the best teeth.
He's got nice hair too.
God cares about hair and teeth, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
No one makes it upstairs unless you got good hair, good teeth.
Yeah.
That's it. Jews think they're the chosen one. It really comes down to good hair, good teeth.
How about those guys? They need more credit. Those guys,
Yeah.
they fucking crush. They headline.
Yeah.
They do arenas.
Yep.
They don't even write their own fucking shit.
Nope.
I mean, they're all doing the same fucking act.
Same act.
Same act. They're reading it right out of the book.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're crushing, making fucking millions.
Yep.
Are they hacks, or like, would you call them like? Is that a hack because they're not doing their own shit? Is it like come up with your own shit?
I think. Well, look at this. I think a lot of those arena preachers, those are like club comics.
Right.
There's different versions of them.
Right.
And there's
Because the comics back in the day
in black churches are alt comics. That's like an alt comic because they're more experimental.
Yes.
They got to go off the deep end. They got to sing with a band.
Right.
Joel Osteen doesn't have to sing with
It's
a
like Reggie
band.
Watts using music.
Reggie Watts is there. You got to make up songs on the spot. You got to
Right.
sing a couple of hits, but you got to make up songs on the spot.
Right.
Black churches are alt comics, and stadium preachers are club comics.
Yeah.
And by the way, there's some great stadium preachers. You got to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
But that's how it relates to our world. Those guys sell out arenas. People pay. They know what's coming. My favorite are the guys that save. If you can fix something, they go.
Oh,
they
yeah.
always have like a cripple that's like, this leg never worked. It ain't working 38 years.
I love the run that they do too. It's sort of like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It's a baby finding its
like a
legs.
baby finding its
And it's
legs.
beautiful to watch because you go, this guy's really selling it. I want to know how they arrange that beforehand.
It's
I would love to see that
Money
behind the
changes
scenes.
hands.
God,
Yeah.
I want to watch them.
Money
I want to
changes-
watch them go, look, if you can sell me on paralyzed to not paralyzed,
Yeah.
you're getting a G.
Do you think he auditions for it?
Of course you have to audition.
And then you sign an NDA. Like,
Of course. But also, you got to know the same way. Have you ever been hypnotized?
Never.
Okay, so a hypnotist came to our high school.
A couple chicks I fell in love with that kind of got the better of me. Was kind of hypnosis.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, it's kind
That's
of
the same thing.
Yeah.
Except those chicks cost way more than getting one come to your high school for this.
Good pussy could hypnotize. You don't need a watch.
Zombie.
That
You could
pussy
become a
is
zombie.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope my wife doesn't see this episode.
She is. I sent it to her.
God damn it.
We're live streaming.
Shit. I'm probably apologizing right now at this moment while people are watching it for the first time. She's watching it. She loves Santino. I'm fucked.
You're fucked. She's holding your child, just
Yes.
watching just with a grimace on her face.
Yeah.
You're sitting right next to her. Well, you know what? Love is love.
Love is love. I'm
no,
just
it is.
joking.
It
This
is
my job.
It's
entertainment.
hypnotic.
Yeah.
It's hypnotic. But this guy came to our high school who was a hypnotist, and this is back when you could smoke. Like you could walk out in lunch break and smoke at school. You remember smoking
I
at
do
school?
remember that.
You could smoke. Like now, I'm sure. Well, now they vape inside. Doesn't make a difference. But I remember how weird that was. I was like, I guess we could smoke at school. But he had asked if anybody wanted to quit smoking. I remember this, and he got someone to come up there, and the guy that he got was a smartass. Was like me. It was like one of us, and he played along, and he did the whole thing, and I thought, well, part of it is anybody that's got the balls to get up there to get in front of people that wants to be hypnotized likes the scene, right? They like the stage.
Right.
No one who's like, I'm paranoid about being in front of people is going to get up there and do it.
Right.
So he's already got an investment of, I got to show off a little bit. I'm in front of people.
Right.
And then once he starts playing with you, you kind of want to help him out because you're like, I got to throw this guy a bone. But at some point, I think they start to sucker themselves into believing they could be hypnotized.
Right.
So they're in that gray area of like, oh, maybe I am playing, or maybe it's him, or maybe I'm in total control of this thing. And that's how I think people get lost in that world of like, no, it worked.
Right.
I feel different.
Right.
Whatever that is, whether it's like actual hypnotizing or it's a religious thing, or like when somebody says like, my wife and I were arguing about why people join the cult, Nexium, the cult,
Right.
the vow. You saw that? I was like, what do you mean why? Because at some point you need it to be true.
Right.
And they feed enough information, just like we said before, about finding out does Rona cause a hearing loss?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because you need it to be true.
Yeah.
So it will be true. So when a group's saying all the things you need, you go, okay.
Yeah.
So that's why they stormed the Capitol.
Yeah.
When someone's like, why would it? You're like, because they needed it to be true. So
Yeah.
they all said the same thing and they agreed.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the things people believe in. All you got to do is look at like the storming the Capitol, religion. I mean, is it more crazy to believe you could look at placebo studies? Placebo studies, they do placebo because sometimes people will take a pill that doesn't make you better and they will feel better and get better. The power of the mind is an amazing thing.
Yeah. And
You
also,
can fucking create anything. You can create any fear. Who knows what the potential of this thing is?
well, there's people that believe that cancer is totally made in the mind. Like you've manifested it in your body.
And then you created it. Yeah.
You made it. You totally like you like it something started, there was like a catalyst and then you made it worse. Which that's there's a piece of me that goes, "Oh fuck, maybe."
Yeah.
I don't maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. You
Yeah.
know, like I slept with a dirty girl in college one time and I was like, I got it. She gave me an STD. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew she gave me an STD. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. I felt that I knew it.
It'd be great if you could give somebody else cancer. It would be great.
Well, who would you pick?
Oh man.
Chrissy D.
Chrissy D's number one. Yeah, but the only problem is somebody else would get to him before me. Because he's everyone's
I feel like
first.
he's impervious to stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think he can get it.
Who's your arch nemesis?
My arch nemesis. I would have to say me.
What an
If I
honest
answered honestly,
answer.
I would say I am my arch nemesis. I am my worst enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
I would say my
honest.
worst
That's so
enemy.
real.
That and Muslims.
Yeah, no, that's a given.
That's
I
a
meant
gift,
I meant like a
yeah. And
Yeah.
the Jewish community as well. Right. I mean, the Jewish community and Muslims, both of them, they have a little thing. But the funny thing is, I've had a thing with both of them.
You have.
So I'm like in the girlfriend group, like
Yes.
those two go to get along. But it's like fucking, I don't like either one of you bitches.
Right.
So it's like I'm looking for a new crew.
What Sex and the City character are you again?
I'm Samantha.
You're a Samantha,
I'm
huh?
a Samantha.
What am I?
Huh? You?
Who's the short-haired redheaded girl? I'm her.
You're Cynthia Nixon. I don't even call her by her character name because now she's a serious politician.
Right, I'm Cynthia Nixon.
She ran for something.
She did?
She did.
What?
She ran,
I don't know what I
Let's
don't
get
know. what-
Google out. She
Wait.
ran for, like-
I don't know what this
Yeah,
is.
she ran for governor of fucking
What did
Ohio.
Cynthia Nixon run for?
Besides president of her lesbian book club.
On March 19, 2018, she announced her campaign for governor of New York
Yes.
as a challenger to Cuomo.
Yeah.
That's big.
I actually saw her on the bus once from the
Synth
back,
Nix.
and I thought it was you.
It is me.
Yeah. No.
When I get
went up
too
to her, I was like,
close of a
"Cheeto?"
bob-
and she turned around, and I was like, "Oh, it's not you." Because she also is a redhead, and there's not many of you guys.
She is,
You
but
guys are special.
We are. Okay, look, she is, but we only let in a few into our like camp.
No, but how come all the fucking being a redhead makes you really good at comedy? You're really good at comedy. Look at the other
Burr.
ones: Burr,
Louis.
you
Kathy
know?
Griffin, your favorite.
Carrot Top.
Carrot Top, your favorite.
Carrot Top's my favorite person. Kathy Griffin, Trump's
Kathy
favorite.
Griffin, Trump's favorite. Trump,
Trump.
the best comic we've ever had.
He really is.
He
He's a
is.
redhead too.
He is.
I mean, his timing on fucking
Beautiful.
wrong. You'd be in jail. I mean, he crushes.
He's-
crushes.
dude,
Alfred E. Newman.
Alfred E. Newman, Mad Magazine.
Mad
Who else? Who
Magazine.
else is the funniest
There's
redhead
gotta be
on?
another redhead.
Lucille Ball.
Lucy, she was a fucking red. I'm telling you, this is something. I'm
It's
on.
in our blood,
Yeah,
bud.
there's something about.
Well,
it's nice.
you know what it is? Because we were so ugly for so long. And then breeding helped a few of us look normal. So we look normal-ish with bright hair. And so you're able to bounce with like ugly and weird when you're young. You get older, I look more human, but I have all this ammunition now as a grown-up. You know, like what was your thing? Were you a fat kid or did you have a thing? Were you a short kid? Did you have a thing when you were a kid?
No, I was a shy kid.
Ah, yeah, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Because they're like, why is he so quiet, that weirdo?
I was, and also just being Greek was like, you're different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Nia Vardalos was not lying in that heartfelt, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, on the struggles of being a Greek kid. Yeah, because, I got called Diner Monkey a lot.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always like, you're Greek, you're gay, which is not true.
It's not
But
true.
it's not true. Exactly.
See?
We have, it's like it's in there. It's like if I went to jail,
Yeah.
It
Wasn't it
I'd
the
be good at
Romans
it.
that had all the orgies?
No, the Greeks.
The Greek talked Roman orgies?
The Greeks started it.
On Yelp, Roman orgies get a higher rating than the Greek orgies.
They do.
But that's maybe they have better
you
accoutrement.
can't trust Yelpers though. I mean, the critics like the Greeks.
Yeah, the critics love the Greeks more.
The critics like the Greeks, and yeah. So it's
Let's say this. You're Greek. You walk into we're back then. You walk into a Greek orgy. First words out of your mouth. You just walk in. Everyone's going pounding. What do you say?
I say, hey guys, where are the boys? If we're gonna party, let's do this right. No, but pedophilia was also a big thing. Unfortunately,
Bad.
in Greece, yeah,
Bad.
They had the thing where they thought that they were passing the knowledge through. That's not a proud part of our history.
Yeah, but it's a long time ago.
I know it's a long time ago, but the Greeks never bring that up when they bring up, hey, we invented mathematics, geography. They also don't say culturally accepted pedophilia.
Also, but honestly, you got to take the good with the bad. I mean,
There's no
math.
yin with you can't
math.
you can't make omelets without breaking a few eggs, or you can't come up with geometry without fucking a few kids. It's an old Greek saying.
That's an old Greek
It
slogan.
got lost because it was an ancient Greek.
Right, and it should have made it over here because I think it's worth
How does that happen? How come every empire, like when it becomes powerful,
Yeah.
there's like weird kid fucking going on.
Because here's what
I don't want to give any fuel to QAnon right now,
Right, but you
when
are.
You do, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
And when you look back at history, it's kind of like it's kind of true.
Well, here's why. I think because anytime you
And
have
I'm asking you because
I'm Irish.
I want to come to someone who would know the answer to this question.
Here's the problem
Yeah.
with Irish. We didn't do anything. We didn't invent anything.
No.
Because of liquor, genuinely, there was like a 50-year stagnancy in Ireland.
Here's the thing about you guys.
We fucked up. We had no progressive power. We're a little wet, sad. I always call it the wet, sad green island. When I went there, I was like, this is wet, sad, and beautifully green.
Yeah. Here's what I love about you guys. Wasps, they
Mm-hmm.
look at me and they're instantly grossed out.
You're
They
disgusting.
can tell. They're
Repulsive.
like, why is this guy not handing me a towel in Mykonos? Right away, they're like, get this fucking swarthy thing away from me. Right? Now, about the Irish, the thing about them is they hate you even more,
Yep.
the wasps,
Yep.
because you can fool them, and then they find out, and then they're grossed out. Like, you could wear a polo shirt and sneak around, right? But then once you fucking grab a beer and curse or say something, they go, you fucking had me
They
fooled.
see you hit one woman.
I thought you were British. I thought you were some sort of wasp, but
Right.
you are just a plain old potato
Potato
monkey.
head.
Put a fucking cop uniform and get over there. So they hate you even more.
You know what's great about that? My whole family is cops and firefighters. That's like we were made for these jobs
Yeah.
because nobody wanted these jobs. So we took those jobs, right? We were the Mexicans of Europe. They were like, nobody wants to be cops and work for the city, and we're like, we'll do it.
We'll do it.
We
as long
did
as
it.
we can fucking drink after.
And then they got mad at us when we turned it into a crime ring. Well, what do you expect?
I mean, come on, it's the boys in blue. Let them have a little fun.
Let
is
'em
what
have
I'm
a little
saying.
fun.
Let 'em have a little fucking fun. I mean, you can't arrest every drug dealer. Somebody
No.
you gotta make friends with. It's community. Have you ever seen the 7-5, the documentary?
Yes.
Okay, and just before I forget, because your fans will find this interesting, there is a documentary about a dude. It's called The Amazing Something. I don't know if you've seen it. About a guy who was a medium and a magician who went around. He was famous in America, and he went around proving that all those guys were charlatans. And have you seen
I watched
it?
this.
And he was a gay dude but it's amazing.
And they tried to eat that guy alive because his whole goal was to try to prove they were full of shit.
Yes.
He did. He went on the Tonight Show. He went on
Yes.
Carson.
And he fucked, and he said,
And he got the guy-
predicted how he was going to fuck
Yes.
him up. And
What
then
is
he
his
got
name?
That's
But
the thing.
they tried to eat him alive because they were like, he was a detriment to God. Why can't I
He
think
was
of his
fucking
name?
up all their money. He was fucking up all their money.
Yeah, because they were like, and also they said that.
And he also, remember, he went into one of those like religious guys.
Yeah.
And he like intercepted their radio wave or whatever.
They found out that they were using
Earpieces.
telecommunication earpieces, right? Earwigs to go get the people on the floor. Dude, I can't believe I can't. I'm so good at this because usually I remember the documentary's name because
COVID
COVID got me.
You haven't been the same since. I
I
don't,
know. I want to
except
name. I want to name another documentary that I recommend again. It came up again in the conversation. Sour Grapes. You want to talk about great foolers? Do you know what sour grapes
No,
is?
but I'm gonna watch it.
Wine. It's about the high wine society.
Whenever you recommend something, I watch it.
You're gonna watch.
You
this.
told me to watch Birth of a Nation. It was your favorite movie.
Yes.
And I watched it.
Yes.
Yeah, and I thought
Number
it had a
one.
great message.
It's a great
Yeah,
message.
yeah.
Watch Sour Grapes. It's about a guy who tricks his way into the wine snob scene, and this guy's so genius. He makes these people think that nominal bullshit wine is worth tens of thousands of dollars. And his biggest mistake, and I'm not giving anything away, he fucked with the Koch brothers, the Koch family,
Wow.
Koch.
Yes.
And you watch this documentary, you'll see what happens.
And also I just want to say I was joking about the Birth of a I'm joking. It's what we do. We do comedy.
It's a comedy.
Ironic. Yeah.
This is one of our ironic comedy moments. We're not kidding.
Yeah.
Although you did text me,
I did
and you
text
said
you.
Shin's List.
I said Shin's List.
Dope.
Yeah. I said comedy. I said
Comedy.
hilarious.
That's what you
Yeah.
said. That's
Yeah.
what you said. No, but I
I also said I didn't like the ending when people were giving him credit.
yeah. What was that about?
What was that about? I mean, he fucked. You know what I mean? Like,
By the way, could you imagine? Did you ever see
he got in the
JoJo?
way of a pretty good
Pretty
Operation.
good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I'm joking.
He's kidding.
It's just a joke. Yeah.
Did you see Jojo Rabbit?
No.
Taika Waititi's film where the kid is best friends with Hitler?
No.
It's a great movie, man. It's such a good
Is that a
movie.
real thing?
Yes, dude. Taika Waititi, the guy.
Is it a comedy? Because that's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's comedy. No, it's
Yeah.
comedy. He's a comedian.
Can you text me these movies?
Yeah,
after
yeah.
this-
He did the movie.
After this little skit is over.
little shindig.
Yeah.
He did a movie. He did a movie called What We Do in the Shadows, which now became my favorite show on FX.
Right.
What We Do in the Shadows is a group of vampires who live in Staten Island, New York, in present day.
Yeah.
And they're trying to be like uphold the vampiric council in Staten Island.
Right.
It's genuinely one of the best shows. So it was an incredible film, and then him and Jermaine Clement from Flight of the Conchords made it into a TV show.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he just recently made this movie called Jojo Rabbit, where this kid is grown up in Germany as Hitler Youth, and his imaginary best friend is Hitler.
Wow, that's
Dude,
hilarious.
it's honestly, it's fucking brilliant.
I will watch that.
It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
It's Colin Jost's wife. What's her name?
Annie Letterman.
Annie Letterman.
Right,
Boom.
right,
There she is.
right.
She's in it, and so is
Calista Flockhart.
Calista Flockhart,
Right,
and
Oprah.
and
Jermaine Fowler.
and
Hannibal Buress is in Ghana right now.
he's back.
He's back now.
And Mariska Hargitay,
Mariska Hargitay's in it. Yeah.
who you love.
I love her. She's my favorite. I loved her in to book a comedy club.
To Book a Comedy Club.
Yeah, I love that movie. And I like stairs, chair, and pole.
Give me your 5-second pitch on your comedy show about you. I'm NBC. Go.
Hi, I'm a Greek guy. I am also a liberal, and I also support everything. Okay, I'm putting everyone on notice for having bad thoughts.
Stop.
Too long.
5 seasons. You got it.
Okay,
Get out of
thank
here.
you. Yeah, I said the right thing. I'm Greek. It's a minority. We're a minority.
Would you use that? That'd be so funny if you used that as ammunition. You're like,
Yeah.
well, and as you guys know, I'm Greek, which
am
is
Greek, which is-
0.006% of the United States population. So
Yes.
we're an extreme minority.
And everyone's kind of on the fence with whether we're white. We kind of get like away
You're not
from,
white to
yeah.
me. You don't
I'm not,
belong in our
yeah.
category.
No, I don't.
But I don't belong in that white. I'm a different white.
Yeah, you're superior, as you texted me, and that's why you believe we should
I didn't say
have an ethno
superior.
state.
I said super. I misspelled super. My phone said superior.
Oh.
I said we are superior. You
Yeah,
said
you
how are you and the wife? I said super,
super.
and then said superior.
See, I misread it because what I remember reading was you said we are superior, and that's why I believe in an ethno state.
and I said that it was a separate text message.
That was different.
It was taken
no,
from something
no,
else.
I had COVID at the time. You know what? When I went back, you're right. You said super, and my wife is
Be
correct.
real. Who checked on you when you had COVID?
Dr. Drew,
And
he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Dr. Drew's like, drink some toilet water. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah, he's going, hey, COVID's not real. Oh, it's real. You can get it 16 times on my next podcast that I get $250,000 in advertising for. Don't worry, I'm a real doctor. I had a show with Adam Carolla. I'm not selling anything. I'm here for the truth.
Facts.
Yeah, because truth is not interesting.
Well, we don't know what the truth is. That's
We
the best
don't-
part.
The reason we don't know what the truth is because the truth doesn't sell fucking
Anything.
It doesn't sell Manscaped
Anything.
products. You can't sell Manscaped
Yeah.
if you're just doing a show and say, let's talk about the truth.
Yeah.
It's not. The truth is
Ira
it's
Glass
not
did.
entertaining.
Ira Glass tried in This American Life, and he pales in comparison to what's going on in the Hyenas, what's
Yeah.
going on here at the West Ginge.
Yeah.
You can't compete, Glass.
You
Give
can't-
it up.
You can't compete. Fucking Blue Chew is not knocking down your door to sell penis pills.
In here, we pour whiskey.
West Ginge fans, I know 2021 is here, and we're feeling, I don't know, the same, a little bit different. Depends on your mood and what's going on with your body. A lot of people are trying to get in shape again. Put down the booze. Put down the fork, fatty. Well, I got to tell you something. I've been cleaning out my body, and I'm using Liquid IV in doing it. I love Liquid IV. I've talked about it before on this show. It's not just delicious, but it also is helping me to get everything back to square one. They got great flavors: watermelon, lemon lime, passion fruit, and they just launched strawberry, man. This stuff tastes great. If you never had Liquid IV, you actually should try it. It contains 5 essential vitamins. It's more vitamin C than an orange, and as much potassium as a nanner. If you don't want to eat nanas because it's embarrassing as a guy to eat a banana in public, go ahead and get yourself some Liquid IV. It's made with clean ingredients. It's non-GMO. It's vegan. It's gluten-free, and dairy and soy free. All that good stuff. No artificial flavors or anything. Liquid IV tastes delicious, and it's a great balance to hydrate you. true out today way more effectively than just water alone. People get bored of water because water is boring. Liquid IV helps give your water a little boost, a little kick in the tush, if you will. Also, this company's great, man. They're donating 3.7 million servings in response to COVID-19. The products are being donated to hospitals, first responders, food banks, veterans, et cetera, et cetera. They donated 6.7 million servings globally, which is amazing. They're helping the world get hydrated. So grab some strawberry liquid IV. It's delicious, okay? And other great flavors nationwide at Costco. Go walk into a Costco and pick up some. Or get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use that promo code WHISKEY at checkout. It's 25% off anything you order when you use the promo code WHISKEY at liquidiv.com. Get better hydration today at liquidiv.com. Promo code is WHISKEY. Liquidiv.com. Use that promo code WHISKEY. So you've tried meditation before, and at the house you can't get it done because the kids are screaming or your significant other is telling you to get your life together and get up and do something instead of sitting in your room with your legs crossed staring at the wall like a weirdo. Let me tell you something. Is that my experience? Maybe. I got to tell you, Headspace is wonderful. Headspace really does make you feel better if you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, a little bummed out and sad cloud, rainy cloud. Headspace is, in my opinion, one of the only meditation apps advancing the field of mindfulness and meditation through clinically validated research. That is the truth over there, man. If you need help falling asleep, Headspace has wind-down sessions, and their approach to mindfulness can reduce stress, improve sleep, boost your focus, and increase your overall sense of well-being. I love Headspace. I love guided meditation. I'm not good on my own. This wheels up here, they don't stop rotating. They're spinning at a rate that I can't comprehend, 10,000 RPMs. And it's hard for me to calm down, particularly at night. And I like guided meditation a lot. It helps me get to a place that I need to be without feeling overwhelmed or like I don't know what I'm doing, because I usually don't know what I'm doing. And Headspace makes it really easy for you to build a life-changing meditation practice with mindfulness that works for you on your schedule, anytime, anywhere, from the comfort of your own home, man. That's the best part about all this stuff, is you can do it at your crib. You deserve to feel better. You deserve to feel happier. And Headspace is meditation made simple. Go to headspace.com/whiskey. Check it out for yourself. That's headspace.com/whiskey for a free 1-month trial. Come on, you guys. It's free. And you get access to Headspace's full library of meditations for every single situation. I highly, highly recommend this. It's the best deal offered right now. So please go to headspace.com/whiskey today. That's headspace.com/whiskey. It's a new year, and you want to put your product out there. You want to promote something. You want to publish a blog. You want to talk about what's going on in your life. You want to sell something. Are you somebody that makes cool, interesting, fun stuff? Or you just want to have a new site because you're like, look at me. It's a new year. I want to update what I already got going on. Then I highly recommend Squarespace. I've talked about this so many times. Okay, I use Squarespace. I'm not a smart person, and it was easy for me. So if it's easy for me, it's going to be easy for you, I promise. From websites to online stores, marketing tools, analytics, they have everything in an all-in-one platform that helps you build your online presence, run your business, 24/7 customer support. It's award-winning, by the way. They really do help you, man. They've got beautiful templates for you to choose from. They help you design it in your own way. They have the materials, and you get to build the house. And if you need help building the house, they can help you build the house. Squarespace is something I totally recommend because I've used it myself here on our website. So it's worth a shot if you don't know what you're doing in that space, which I don't. That's why Squarespace is the square to help you in that space. And the square is referencing to your website, I think. I don't know. Either way, I do love Squarespace. And they got an incredible offer. Go to squarespace.com/whiskey for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, use that offer code WHISKEY as always to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Squarespace is going to help you figure out what you're trying to do on the interweb, the confusing interwebs. And I promise you, they'll help you make a incredible, efficient website, domain, space, whatever you need on the internet. Squarespace has got you. So go to squarespace.com/whiskey for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Squarespace.com/whiskey.
I like gingers.
You're getting magic spoon offers, class? What's the future? Honestly, what's your real prediction about how long the podcast thing is going to last?
I think the good ones will continue to
For a
flourish.
long time.
They will continue for a long time, and it'll be good. I think podcasts are here to stay. I think people love them. I think it's additive entertainment. You can fucking work out while you listen to it. And I think this is the only place you're allowed to be funny.
Well,
you
here's-
can't do a TV show and be funny anymore. They go, no,
it's
don't say
so hard.
being funny is saying the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like saying the wrong thing.
That's what-
Class clowns weren't funny because they said the right thing at the right time.
The
They said
teacher looks
wrong
cool
thing.
today.
Yeah, hey, racism's wrong.
You're like,
You're like, ah! You know, it's
I think the new inundation of how many new podcasts are coming out, right? Like people all over the world are getting podcasts, like especially very high profile people. And all it means to me is it's a good thing for our business because people are like, what does that mean for the future of I'm like, it's great. It just means good podcasts are going to get better. What the fuck? It's more people like my parents' generation. They don't know about podcasts. Now they do. Now they want to look into it.
Right.
Now they're going to go, what's fun or what's interesting or what's different about these podcasts? And my mom will sometimes pop in a comedy podcast. Has she listened to yours? Yes.
Yes.
Does she say it's inappropriate? Yes.
Did you have sex with Krista Stefano?
Yes. And that's the whole point of this whole thing. That's
Yes.
what we're trying to create
We're
is
trying
a
to-
community.
We're going to try to do a podcast, me and Cheeto, on who didn't sleep with Krista Stefano.
Honestly,
Yeah.
in at least in our community, almost nobody. Other than
We know all the guys for sure.
well, Timmy D was number one.
Uh-huh.
And after him was Line Up. I like to say Line Up.
Line up.
But truth be told, toxic guy, bad person.
Yeah.
And I talked to him, I talked to Sal Volcano about that podcast they do about their little love quarrel.
It's called Party in the Closet.
Yeah, come on out.
Yeah, I mean, just
Come on out.
guys. I mean, just kiss already. I mean,
That guy, that Army Hammer, the actor, he got clipped because he was sending DMs about being a cannibal. Did you see this?
no.
He said I wanted to eat you and all this stuff.
I remember there was the cannibal cop in New York who I think they prosecuted him. He was sending those DMs, fantasizing about it, and then started to get the rope and everything to do it.
To eat people?
He wanted to eat.
Could you
people.
imagine though? Who would
How
you
good
eat?
they taste.
Who
Yeah.
would you eat?
Who would I eat?
How about this? I know
That's a tough question.
in the New York comedy scene. Let's go over New York comedy scene versus LA comedy scene.
Okay.
Who's more edible?
Who is more edible?
We got way more edibles right now. Tim Dillon edible.
Tim Dillon's edible. He's good to cook. It's good to cook his meat. There's a lot of fat around the meat.
Yeah.
It's not going to be dry.
No.
You want to go with a big boy or girl because you would have.
And we got way more than you. You got a bunch of skinny minis.
We
Mark Norman. There's no meat on those bones.
He wouldn't. You could eat him alive. I don't think he would cry or have an emotional reaction.
Yeah.
He would just go, "Hey,
comedy.
whoa,
Oh, you're eating
I'm
my
getting
body.
eaten. Oh boy,
Oh, you're eating my body.
I mean, that's pretty good."
Oh, you're chewing on my legs. How about try a thigh? You guys would have no meat
when he talks,
eatable.
I feel like I just pressed the button at a carnival. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, look at all those guys. List, Sam Morril. Everyone's so skinny.
Yeah.
We got a lot of skinny minis out there. We got
Yeah.
fatty Patagis out here.
Yeah.
LA is the land of looks, but we got some thickies out here.
Yeah. Who would you eat?
In LA, who'd be my first to the? Who do I
Yeah.
eat first?
Yeah.
Timmy would. Even though you guys could claim him, he's a New York guy, but he lives
Yeah.
out here right now.
Yeah.
I'd eat Timmy, but after him, I'd probably go for somebody like
Would you do Chinese?
Bobby. I'd have some.
yeah.
I'd have some Korean. I have some
Yeah.
South because Bobby's pudgy and
Oh, I
perfect.
said Chinese. He's actually Korean.
What's the diff?
Yeah, my fault.
Welcome back to
I don't know
What's
how
the
I could have
Diff.
possibly made that mistake. I apologize to the Korean community. I apologize.
Which one?
Yeah.
North or South?
I apologize to the South.
Yeah, not the North. You don't feel bad for them.
This will never be broadcast there. Yeah. And they have the right idea. Shut down society.
Shut down everything. Kick everyone off Twitter. Kick everyone off Facebook.
Yeah.
Shut it down. We should be under governmental control. By the way, I think every network should be owned by the government, and they should tell us exactly what to watch.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we have to ban comedy. We got to get rid of it.
It should have gone. It should
It
have been
does
banned.
nothing good for anybody.
What
in
about
pain.
music?
It
Should we
hasn't
ban
helped
it?
anyone get through this quarantine
Fact.
at all. It's a horrible, bad, naughty thing.
Mad naughty.
Yeah.
What about music? What should we ban first? What kind of music should we ban first?
We definitely got to ban. Taylor Swift should be in prison at this point.
God.
Yeah. So
Get out of here, T.
We got to get rid of her.
Gone.
Then I think we got to get rid of Kanye West.
Gotta go.
Not because of his music, because
Or his
of
divorce.
the sneakers that he makes.
Yeah, those are bad shoes.
They look like people tires. They gotta go.
They gotta
They're
go.
how does he convince people to buy those monstrosities?
Not just people, millions and millions. Not just
Yes.
like hey man, I sold. It's not like it wasn't like Shaq's shoe,
Have
where
you
Shaq
seen-
probably sold like 10,000 of those things.
Right.
Kanye sold hundreds of millions of those.
Have
shoes.
you seen the last one?
No, I don't keep up. I mean,
Okay.
I see kids wearing them all the time.
Can you Google it and just tell me if they don't look like people tires?
Kanye new shoes.
Yeah.
This is my favorite. Kanye new shoes.
Siri, you bitch.
Kanye new shoes. Oh wow, yeah, people tires. That's
Yeah.
it. That's a people tire.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
doesn't it look
That's
like
a
person
people
tire?
tire.
Yeah,
You
and if
can
you
see that.
him in
That's a
black. It looks like a. He hasn't
That's
been black.
sad.
I mean, they look like people tires.
And you know what? They probably cost 50 to 100 grand. What are they? Like, how much
really
are they?
Fucking do they cost?
Well, honestly though, I think about it like this. I remember I had this discussion the other night with a friend. I consciously, as we get older, right, to try to do this thing where I don't just immediately see a youthful thing and go stupid. I'm trying now to go, hey.
you want to be able to connect with these
Well,
kids. When you-
because I remember
when you
what
get
my
them in the
dad
van.
did. I
Yeah.
remember what my dad
Yeah,
did.
but you gotta learn how to get them in the van.
Come on, you can't just go. Do you want
You guys want to share soup at a diner? You can't do that.
Can't do that. They're not
No.
going to like Choco Tacos.
you
they got
can't.
a whole new kind of ice cream.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Look, I know TikTok.
We got Taco Bell Snickers in here, and they're like, "I'm in the van." You're like, "Got him." I don't want to hate. I don't want to hate anything as much as I used to. Just immediately go, "That's stupid. It's young."
Right.
Now I'm trying to go. Okay, let me give it a chance because I remember my dad being like, rap music to my dad was like the end of the world.
Because he was racist.
Is not was. He just didn't want to hear
I
it.
love how you go with everything, and
Yes.
it's the funnest
Come on,
fucking
Papa.
thing. Yeah.
But he didn't want to hear it. My dad was always like, "That's it's fucking trash." And as a kid, I was like, "You don't get it." But now I'm trying to go, don't be the guy that doesn't get it just because you don't try.
Right.
But now I try,
Right.
still don't like it. So much stuff. I'm like, I fucking hate it. I'm trying my best. I tried Kanye with tire shoes.
Right.
And I tried with these new rap artists, Little Baby. I'll listen to a song and just go, this is fucking dog shit.
Music, I think music has gotten worse.
It's
gotta
gotta have gotten worse. We can't be wrong.
No, I think
this
it's
has got to be a
objective.
reality.
I think it's objective. When you listen back and you listen to like bands in the 70s, you're going like, it has not gotten better than that.
I just don't think it. There's no way. Am I
No, it
crazy?
has not.
Well, how about this? Technologically, music has grown where now they can make different kinds of music. Like there's different synth that you look. I think electronically, music has grown in terms of it's more impressive. Like holy fuck, they're able to make incredible sound because of technology.
Right.
But what the 70s captured was they said some shit. They were
Yes.
saying some fucking shit. There's a song that I listened to by a guy named William Bell that's been sampled about 1,000 times. And I do love old school soul, and that's where hip hop, that's why I loved hip hop, because I love soul. And William Bell has a song called I Forgot to Be Your Lover. And there's a million people have sampled it. Everyone from Rakim to Dilated Peoples to Nas, all these hip hop artists, because they heard their mom and dad listen to it, which that turns me on to know that like music carried generations. And there was an appreciation for like clipping Williams' music and putting in theirs because it was a respect thing. But now I don't know if that even exists. I don't know if there is a shout out to the old days. It's like, no, it's my way.
I don't even think they know who those people are anymore. Like,
Well, no, because they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing that happened in a generation jump where I inherently, our generation, I have to call someone when I meet someone, hi, Mr. Sodas. I just don't jump to Bob right away.
Right.
Like a 13-year-old,
Right.
like now is like to his mom and dad is like, come on, Kevin and Martha.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, my dad, if he heard me call an adult by their first name,
Yeah.
it would have been the dad face, this like,
That's a good dad face.
are you out of your fucking mind type of
Yeah.
shit? He wouldn't say it out loud in front of people.
Yeah.
But then in the car or at home, it's over.
Yeah.
You're burnt toast, pal.
I'm
gonna beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. I always.
And by the way, my dad never beat me as far as you know.
as far as there's no police report of it.
Right, because it was it was on my uncle's.
Yeah.
Then I gotta snitch.
You don't snitch on your parents.
No,
Yeah.
don't.
I always call a friend's parent, or I do the Mister. I do the Mr. last name.
Of course you do.
Until they tell me, call me.
Correct.
Call me Lynn.
They have to give
Yeah.
you the yes. They
Yes.
have to give you the okay.
They have to give you the
All
okay.
these kids are talking about consent these days. Well, that's our parental consent with names.
you
We
are
had to go.
You are raping them
Name-wise.
You're raping their names.
Yes,
Yeah.
until they go, oh, please call me Lynn. And then
Yes.
you go, and even then I go, thank you. All right.
Yeah, it's a rape of respect for the older generation.
That's
You're
right.
raping the respect of that. You wait for their consent.
You wait for their consent to say their real name.
Yes.
It's just because I hate to sound like a curmudgeon, but like the respect thing or whatever. Sebastian Maniscalco's bit about "Aren't you embarrassed?" is so profound because it's true that you're like. We used to get so embarrassed as kids. Yeah. I don't think people feel embarrassed ever. No. We'll never, and for the rest of time, won't feel embarrassed.
No.
Never.
No.
Never again. Me and my buddy Joe are watching a girl 4 feet away from us waiting for food.
Yeah.
Doing like this thing. 4 feet.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, there's no embarrassment for her. She doesn't feel shame that I'm in the background like, oh my God, you know? No one, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
It's over.
Sebastian Maniscalco, by the way, nobody's Instagram account made me feel better during quarantine than his, because his Instagram is like nothing happened.
It didn't.
He just.
Well, he lives atop Cherry Hill.
Yeah, I mean,
that guy.
there's 100,000 people there. You go to his Instagram, he's just like, my wife she's still. I mean, we're in the parking lot. I mean, how long is she gonna take?
Yeah, I love him.
You just said that he's just in his house. Me and my father making pizza. And you're going like, you would have if you woke up from a coma and just went to his Instagram first, you'd be like, God, it must be
everything's fine.
It's a boom happening.
Yeah.
People are making pizza.
I love that's why. But honestly, I'd rather that than the alternative. I give him so much credit. First of all, I love that fucking dude. And also, here's a guy, instead of waking up every day and seeing everyone's Instagram, that's fucking sad.
He wakes up and counts money.
Money.
And throws it at his wife. And
Fuck
says,
yeah.
We're rich, bitch.
Go buy something else.
Buy something else.
I'm
Just
so
don't take so
I'm
long
so tired of
when
seeing
I'm in the parking lot.
I'm so tired of seeing sad shit online that the more I see people that are just making funny nonsense makes me feel so much better.
Yeah.
That I'm like, thank God we're all just, some of us are pissing in the wind a little bit. I know everyone's like, you should be taking a stance about this and this. It's like, whatever, man. Sometimes the world is on fire. It's nice to have a drink and have a laugh on the next to it. You know?
No, I do he's a hilarious dude. And I love his Instagram. And yeah, we
need something.
You need something where you just go normalcy, or just like not everyone's going, the world's burning. You need that.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something very personal to you that no one talks about and nobody knows.
Yeah.
You've been the head writer for Saturday Night Live now for 17 years.
I didn't know you were going to bring it up.
I didn't mean to, but I gotta. Now, why have you not kind of publicly talked about you on SNL? And it's in your contract. I know you and Lorraine Michaels have a contract that says you don't have to talk about it or promote the show. Now, why'd you do that?
Because he is what he cares about is the talent. He doesn't care about business at all.
Fact.
He cares about people.
Fact.
So he made me sign a contract even before I submitted my packet that said he owns my words.
Yep.
So whenever I'm speaking, he gets 3%. 3%.
I'm 6.
Of every word. Oh, you're 6?
I'm 6.
Shit.
Yeah.
He told me I was the highest paid slave he had. Do you know those contracts?
Yeah.
Before you audition.
You know I tested for SNL.
Did you really?
Yes, I tested and they put in the contract.
And you were negative. You came up negative.
I came up negative twice.
Yeah.
I have the antibodies.
Yeah.
I have the antibodies.
Yeah, the antibodies, yeah.
I wouldn't step
The
back. I
antibodies,
wouldn't
which is
step back in
called
that
a fun
studio.
career, actually, where you don't want to kill yourself because you're sitting in a fucking room just doing Donald Trump jokes, and then Michael Che gets mad at you because you fucking make a joke on Twitter, but then he asks you to be on a show, and then you get a role, but then you get COVID, and so you miss it. I love you, Michael Che.
By the way, all jokes aside, I tested for that show, and Lauren was wonderful to me, was so nice to me, and I had a great fucking time. And genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, the best part of that show to me is Weekend Update.
Yes.
I swear, Michael Che should just do his own show.
Yeah, he's got
called
one.
"Here's Me Making Fun of." Fucking new shit. And Netflix should roll 1,000 episodes of that shit.
Michael Che's the best.
And he bounces off jokes and makes him read. They should make each other read racist stuff every week.
Why not?
Because it's so fucking fun. Like, dude, that's the best shit that they do.
That's the stuff that brings people together when you joke about horrible stuff.
Right. And
show
by the way,
how ridiculous people are.
But that's the best part about Weekend Update on that show. My wife and I always watch it because I love to see them try to do fucking, current event jokes, because everybody knows
they're really good at it.
Oh, they're fucking great at it.
It's a highlight of the show.
They're fucking great at it. And I wish that was more of the poignancy of the rest of the sketches. That it was like, use that kind of, we're all smiling on the inside about this and we know it's wrong. And put that in a sketch.
Yes.
And make it okay to say some fucking dumb shit in a sketch and some offensively wrong shit.
What are they
'cause
going to do now that Donnie Trump's going away?
I said that. I said that girl that does an impression of him, Sarah Cooper. I was like, I tweeted, will she be okay?
Will she be okay? Yeah, get him in now. You got 8 days. Or whenever this comes out, maybe it's over now already.
Oh, they could probably make 10 episodes out of
yeah.
that. No, now that Donnie T's gone, by the way.
It's going to be rough for a lot of people.
Well, let's make a bet. Let's wonder how people are going to make fun of Biden. What do you think that's going to be? You know they're not making fun of Kamala Harris. No, fuck. Are you out of your
You're not allowed. I think it's a thought crime at this point.
Ow! Ow! I just got fined.
Yeah.
I just said it and I just got fined.
Well, that's what COVID really is. It's a kind of woke thing that gets in your thing, and then you get.
Is that what happened?
That's what it is. Yeah.
Damn, dude, they got me. Well, okay, so Kamala Harris
Yeah. Can't make
is off
those
limits.
jokes.
Is Biden going to be on limits?
Biden's off limits because it's elder abuse.
He's
Yeah.
old. He's old.
You can't fucking attack the elder. You just can't. You cannot punch down right now. The only way to punch up is to get us. That's
It's
it.
us. That's it.
Where if you are a white, if you appear fair-skinned
Yeah, you're light.
and you like women,
Yeah.
I mean, you can catch a fucking uppercut, a comedic uppercut, and that's about it.
Take a hike, pal.
That's about it.
Never mind what you've experienced in your life. You're out of here.
Fucking out of here. I don't want to hear it. I'm judging you by the color of your skin.
Which is also the same people that I can't stand.
Yes.
This park is only for black people.
Yes. Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here. This is for them.
Yes.
You saw that picture? There was people trying to
I
like
did. It's really
fence
funny.
off a park, and there's a white girl going, "This is only for black people, pal."
It's the irony.
I
of
can't
it.
wait till we are fully segregated again, till the snake eats its own
and they're
tail.
like, now everything's fully woke, and they go, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
This is weird.
This coffee shop is only for black
Yeah, what
people.
if
You
they're
don't
like,
belong in here.
Fuck, I think we fucked up. Because now the whites are over there. They got their own thing.
I can't wait. And by the way, when that happens, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna go, this is precisely what we get for taking ourselves so serious.
That's what's made comedy so hard.
Yes.
Is that the world has become a comedy.
Yeah. You
It's
can't
like
write this place.
The president he was a reality show host
comedic,
on
first of all,
NBC.
he was a comedic genius.
Yeah,
first
I
of
mean
all.
he's a TV show host
Yeah.
on NBC. They stormed the Capitol, and the guy took the podium. I just want to say, Dave Chappelle had me cracking up. I was in Austin, and he's got not to give away. He's
Don't-
not going to.
don't give away
It's
his
not a
bit.
joke because he was just going
Oh.
because he was talking about the storming.
Yeah.
and he's going, really, a podium? You needed a podium? And you're looking around your house going, you know what I fucking need in this house?
A podium.
The podium. He's just on the subway in D.C. with the podium. It was really funny, dude. Yeah. By the way, when I had COVID,
Yeah.
when I was in the throes of COVID,
Inside.
I was inside COVID. I was feeling bad. I turned on the old tube.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Curb Your Enthusiasm. By the way, Larry Dave, it's just fucking hysterical.
Dude, he's a genius.
The
He's the
even
best.
still, it's
Yeah.
like 11 seasons in. It's fucking
You know why, by the way?
hysterical.
Not to cut you off?
Because you were in it.
No, yeah.
I saw you pop up, and I fucking cheered. I said, that's my boy right there.
You went,
with Larry Dave."
Santino.
Yeah, Santino. Yeah.
You know why it's so good? For real? Because they don't tell him shit. Because finally networks were like, oh, you're good. You got it.
Right.
They don't fuck with him.
Right.
They don't tell him shit. They produce it, they write it, they edit it, they direct it. Nobody tells them shit.
Right.
How come everyone can't take a fucking lesson from that and go, if you're going to hire someone that you respect comedically, why are you going to give them notes?
Right.
I don't get it.
Right.
Why do you give me do you go to the fucking guy when you drop off your car and you go, "Hey man, transmission's fucked up." Do you stand by while he's fixing it and going, "Is that the right tool?" Bitch,
it's a
you
great point, yeah.
paid him to fix the thing.
Yeah.
So that's why Larry's still so good to me, is because he was very adamant about, I'll do it when I want to do it on my timeline, which is why it's been gapped, and I'm going to do it my way, and you can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's the same way Louis did his fucking show with FX. That's why they... Wait, FX? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with FX. That's why they blessed him with that. Okay, go ahead.
The Louis deal.
Yeah, because finally someone thought, it's not that there's not people at FX or these networks that don't have good creative ideas, but when you note things to death,
But there's
You kill
almost
it.
nobody at those networks. That
there's
have good
people that are great creative people that work at networks, but they know better when they work with someone like Louis or work with someone like Chappelle or work with someone like Larry, that to go, let's just help him construct what he already knows and loves.
Right.
So they're just helping you build the house.
Which you're right is the wise thing to do because
Let
that's
them
what
build the house.
That's what we do professionally.
Yeah.
We write our own show and we know it's good because the
Yeah.
audience tells us right there and then.
Yeah, they'll comment below if they didn't like
Which
a
is
bit.
why I just don't understand like comedy journalists. By the way, if you're a comedy journalist, it's basically the open mic scene of journalism. It's like if you're covering the comedy beat.
Yeah, you're at a coffee shop.
Yeah, I'm
you're
fucking.
you're
I'm
a
at
coffee
Creek
shop.
in the Cave in New York, and this guy said this.
That's
this
a cra-
comedian who's should be saying wild shit said something wild. You're a real fucking muckraker. You're Seymour Hersh. You piece of shit maggot. I mean, I mean, it's like we don't need to be reviewed.
No.
The audience does that in real time.
Yeah.
We don't need
Yes,
you.
and if we get a bad review enough times, you probably got to get out at some point.
Yes.
If you get enough bad reviews as a comedian, you either quit or you're forced to quit because you can't progress.
Right.
So, like, we get the reviews. The fans do the reviews.
You fucking everyone's doing it in the room when you're up there. If you're
Right.
bombing, the crowd goes, "No, we don't
That's
need
the
you
review.
to go. I was there, and it's like we know, asshole. It happened in real time. Go do a fucking real job. Just because you're scared to go to Libya and tell me a real story, you're gonna fucking sit in your underwear and search through my podcast. You fucking low-level maggot scum. You're an open mic journalist. You're not real. You don't make any money. You're a piece of shit." Am I wrong?
No, that being said, I am starting.
We need a purge.
I am
we need
starting
an
a
hour
new.
purge to find them and just beat the fuck out of them for an hour.
I'm starting a new open mic in Libya, by the way, and I do need a journalist to come
Hot
review the
scene.
mic.
Yeah.
Yes. So if
Hot
somebody
scene.
can come in Libya and review that whole thing, I would love it. I've said so many times ad nauseum that I just critics as a whole.
You
to
adore
me-
that country too. You
Yeah.
adore. I mean, there's
Libya?
a lot. Yeah, it's a lot to see.
I'm doing a tour in 2022. I'm doing Libya.
Yeah.
I'm doing Saudi.
right.
I'm gonna do.
You told me you were gonna do a little Darfur.
I'm gonna do Darfur.
Yeah.
And then I take a little.
You're gonna go to Chad.
Then I do
Sudan?
a little hopscotch over to Sudan. My last stop on the tour, however, ironically enough, as strange as it might be, China.
China.
I'm going to China.
Yeah.
I'm going to do 50 shows in China.
Yeah.
In the Wuhan Arena.
Yeah. I'm doing a great tour.
BYOB. BYOF. Bring your own food.
Bring your own food.
BYOB. You doing a great tour? When
Yeah.
do you, hey, have you been doing comedy?
Yeah, I'm going to Dagestan, Uzbekistan,
Yes.
Kyrgyzstan. I'm doing a Stan tour.
Stan.
I'm doing all those kind
And you
of
come out to
former-
Eminem's Stan song.
Stan. I'm doing a former USSR. Whenever I hear rap, I just want to, yeah. You know, I was one of those white kids growing up. Like, if you saw old pictures of me, I had the same haircut as Sean King. Like, I was.
You were Sean. You kind
I
of look like
was-
Sean King.
I'll show you a baby picture of me, and I'll show you a baby picture of him. You can't tell me which one's which
But how come his career went so great?
because he committed to the lie.
Yeah, you should have bought into the bit.
Yeah, I should have just bought into
Like, you're
it.
a successful comedian, but, like, you could have been Sean King.
I could have. Sean King is fucking. Yeah, he's
Like,
got a
life
big
is
career.
great for you, but you're not Sean
I'm
King.
not on Sean King's level.
That
Like,
guy.
I can't.
Now, Sean King,
So my point is, like, I loved black culture when I was a kid, and I fucking could dance.
I know you could groove. You know why?
I could groove.
I see those Air Maxes on your feet
Yes.
skis, and nobody wears those kind of shoes if they can't
No.
do something.
No, you gotta be ready to.
Can you
break.
imagine? Because me and you walk past a park this afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
and a ball and a basketball rolls, and they go, "Hey, yo, help!"
Yeah,
Are you giving it back to them? Or are you taking a shot?
I'm taking a fucking.
You're taking a
shot.
fucking
I'm
shot. See,
taking-
that says everything. The guy that rolls it back or throws it back, I'm always like, I don't know if I should be friends with that guy.
Right.
You got to take a shot.
You gotta take a shot.
Because even if you miss, they go, oh, you know?
Yeah.
But if you make it, they go, oh, shit.
oh shit, white boy can't play.
But if you just throw it back, they're like, okay, man, thanks.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
you're that guy
Did
forever.
you hoop?
Yeah, I did. I hooped a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look like you were athletic.
I was a hooper when I was a kid. I had baseball, basketball, football, but I got knocked out too many times. Thank you, Dad. I got a concussion, and my dad goes, you going to play basketball or you going to play football? And I go, I think I'm going to stick with basketball.
Yeah.
I got a concussion, didn't feel good.
Yeah.
And I was like, no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, basketball, played in high school.
Yeah.
Until I found drugs. I said that on stage for years.
Right.
I did. I played basketball till junior year, and then I found drugs and women and partying, and I was like,
Right.
I'm never going to play
You're like,
basketball.
I'm good at this sport too.
This is the best sport.
This is the
I'm a
best
starter
sport.
over
Yeah,
here.
Yeah.
And I'm on the bench.
Yeah.
You know? I'm starting on JV over. Yeah, I played
Now
basketball.
let's not beat around the bush at all.
Yeah.
Now, you're a married guy like me.
Yeah.
But I'm talking high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. You cleaned up.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I did, and that's only because my parents needed the money. So I worked 2 of the shifts after hours to clean the gym and
Right.
the cafeteria.
Yeah.
But it was worth it because it taught me a life lesson about
Right.
saving.
Yeah.
I had some fun in high school,
Yeah.
and my most memorable Friend, we have to say for censorship purposes, my most memorable encounter in high school was with one of my least favorite people on earth's ex-girlfriend, and that felt so good in high school to sleep with an ex of someone that you hate. Because I was like,
How are you going to top that in life?
honestly, I'd have
That's
to
tough.
I'd have to sell out the Staples Center 16,000 times, and then maybe
Yeah, because that's a good. That is that.
Sleeping with someone you
dude,
hate sex.
That's like the revenge you dream of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then you're like, say his name.
yeah. Did you tell her, or like, did you tell her this was a big thing for you, like revenge?
It was just you ever take a drive and just go get a little ice cream by yourself, and while you're eating it, you're sitting there and you're going, yeah, life is good. That's how it felt
That's
to
how
me.
it
I was
felt,
like, I'm eating my ice cream on my own. I didn't need to make a big deal out of it.
Right. You knew you want. Did you tell him? But isn't it part of him knowing? Did he know?
Oh yeah.
He did know.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, that makes it sweet.
Yeah.
That makes it.
That's
really
why I said it's ice cream, a little
Yeah.
sugar on top.
I tell you right now, I'm never crossing you.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
It's
If I find any fucking red hair in my bed, the thing about you is like, if you fuck someone's wife,
yeah, no,
you're gonna get caught because
No, not
people
your
only
wife.
have one or two max redhead
You have
friends.
to be my arch nemesis.
Yeah.
You have to be have to hate you and be single and come after your. But I had a discussion one time. My buddy Pig in college. I'll never forget. He
Your
goes,
buddy Pig?
Piggy, yeah, Piggy, Ryan Piggy,
Skinny kid.
skinny black kid, yeah,
Yeah.
and he's got a gold tooth in the front.
Yeah, I knew a guy named Piggy. That's funny. It's either a fat white kid who was bullied or black kid because they just got cool names.
They got cool names.
Yeah, I knew when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I knew one black kid called Wise and another kid called Science. That is not a joke. Their parents named them Wise and Science.
Wise
I wouldn't
is
be
dope.
surprised if his real name was Piggy.
That was
It was
just
his nickname,
There's
yeah.
a nickname.
Yeah.
But Piggy used to say all the time. One time we got into this argument, and I think he was arguing
Was his
because
real name Fortune 500?
his real name is Elon Musk.
Is Elon Musk?
And he
Yeah.
said to me, he goes, I said, but yeah, you wouldn't sleep with. I think there was an argument over who would sleep with someone that in our friendship group's ex-girlfriend. And I was like, I would never sleep with a friend's ex. No way. An enemy's ex, different story. But a friend's ex, I go, nah, I would never sleep with a friend's ex. It's off limits.
Right.
And Piggy's like, nah, fuck that, Red. Once they free, they free. And I was like, well, dude, I'm never bringing any of my girlfriends around you ever.
Piggy plays by different rules.
He plays by his own fucking
yeah,
rules.
he plays fucking jail rules.
But
with that.
he said that. He goes, once they free, they free. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, he can say
Nah,
that also because he could have beat the shit out of me. If I was like, you can't date her, he would have kicked my fucking ass.
Yeah,
and I'd
no,
have been
you
like,
can't play like that. There's
well,
got
then
to be
I
a
lose.
referee. One of my favorite lines in a movie. I mean, it's an underrated movie with Ben Stiller and then Hank Azaria doing a French accent, which you can't do anymore.
wait,
He's
what
not
movie?
French.
What movie?
Um,
Hank Azaria then got called out for doing Apu on
Apu-
Simpsons.
Yeah, that was bad.
He's been
too.
clipped a million times
Yes,
just for doing
I mean,
voices.
for being talented. We don't want that anymore. Stop doing that. It threatens all the untalented comedians who want to tell the people this is comedy. It's unfunny. Yeah, he got in trouble for being talented.
Yeah.
But you know that movie? It was
What is it?
where
Ben Stiller and Hank Azaria?
Ben Stiller's
looking.
wife leaves him at the island. Is it Along Came Polly? I think.
Along Came Polly.
Yeah,
yes.
I think
No,
it's-
no.
No, it's another one.
Fuck, come on, dude.
But
People
I
at
like
home.
when he says to Hank Azaria, who plays that French Ruben. Remember? He's
Yeah,
like,
Ruben, and then he sleeps with her on the
Yeah, and
beach.
he goes,
It's,
he goes, you can't do that. This isn't France. There's rules here.
yeah.
I love that line.
Wait, dude. By the way, Hank Azaria got so jacked for that movie.
He was jacked.
Ben Stiller, Hank Azaria.
Doesn't he do also voices? He does other voices.
Along
on The
Came
Simpsons.
Polly, you're right. I'm
was
sorry.
Along
I
Came Polly.
apologize profusely.
Great fucking movie.
That was him, though. That was Hank looked jacked. For people that have never seen that, if you see a picture of Hank Azaria, and why can't I think of
You
his...
spit on it because he's evil.
He's evil.
And Apu
Cancel.
is canceled, and he's on fucking nudist.
It's weird to think that, like,
It's like a-
but by the way, how come some people have to apologize and others don't? Like, why isn't Eddie Murphy? How come no one's making him apologizing for on his first two records, the first two tracks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
people
come
know
he's
you
a-
know.
Yeah.
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 Go look up what F word he uses. It ain't fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, how come
How
some
about
people
Dave Chappelle now? I mean, I saw him the other night. He's the funniest man on the planet.
on planet Earth?
And he shouldn't change a thing. It's hysterical, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
he doesn't
mean,
have.
like,
But it's like, so why?
I
we
was up there going like, ooh, I could never say that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, why do we have some people have to apologize for words? It's interesting to me to think.
Why do comedians especially?
That's the weirdest
yeah,
part.
I mean, it's like, that's our job. I mean, like, yeah.
Apologizing for words is so strange. If you're in an office setting and someone's like, "Oh, you can't say that in here," it's like, "Yeah, you're in an that's your." But like our whole gig, you wanted us to say dumb shit.
Yes.
You wanted us to be clowns.
Right.
Right. There was no dignity in this job. By the way, the beginnings of this job was entertain the king or they kill you.
Yeah. Listen.
So there's no dignity in this.
and here's the thing that they don't understand.
We're little stupid magicians.
We're stupid fucking idiots, right? That we really are, like, kind of just like, we're the lowest art form.
Bottom of the barrel.
We're the bottom of the barrel
Bottom
art
of the
form.
barrel.
I mean, we would perform on a rooftop or a heated tent. Just give us a fuck. We're outside now.
Give me amplification of sound and I'll do it.
But here's the thing these fucking assholes don't understand. It's like, because we're saying wrong things,
Yeah.
that lets you know you live in a free country.
Yes.
I guarantee you, if you go to another country and there's no comedy and nobody's saying anything wrong, I guarantee you, you're not happy living in that fucking
Pretty
country.
sad place.
Yes.
Pretty sad place.
It's a pretty fucking sad place.
Let me tell you something.
So just be happy we are there. Thank us for
Yes.
saying the wrong thing, because it's a reminder that you're fucking free, you myopic idiot.
No.
Did I
and
say
otherwise,
maggot? Yeah.
otherwise, it's France.
Otherwise,
Is
it's
that what you want? You want
wanna live in
France?
fucking France? Otherwise, it's France is the perfect example.
Otherwise, it's France would be a great album.
It would.
Otherwise, it's France. It's either this or otherwise it's fucking France.
Otherwise, it's France. You want to
Shout
live in
out,
France?
hey, shout out to the one country in Europe that I'll never go back to. France, you're the fucking worst. Okay? I don't have any fans there, and if I do, please stick around, but I fucking hate your country
What
because
happened?
I've been treated like shit every time I've gone.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot there. I'm a moron. The amount of people, I will say this. Me and the old bag went, and I learned that it's Parisians, not French people, because the outskirt people were cool to us, but the Parisians, people of Paris, they fucking hate us.
Wow, really? I
No,
didn't know that.
the French countryside people that we linked up with, they were actually super dope to us. But the Parisians, man, they just treated us like dog shit. And women have this thing about France. I don't know why, but most women are like, and the buildings, and it's beautiful, and it's and they want to go. And every time a guy goes with his girlfriend, who's like, you want to take the elevator to the Skypole Tower? And you do the thing, and you'll get a crepe in the street. But outside of those two things, there's no reason for me to ever go back to Paris ever again. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good. I'd rather go to every other country again because they treat you like you're genuinely a fucking idiot.
They do.
They just go, you don't know shit. You're an American cunt. And you're like, yeah, yes. Be nice to me.
Yeah, be nice to me because, you know.
Because we'll come save you again, France.
You know, yeah, exactly. I mean, like.
We'll come help you
know
again.
how Jews have a right to return to Israel?
Yes.
For saving Europe, we should at least get a free Euro rail.
Yes. How come we didn't get a free Euro rail pass?
And on top of that, you're gonna fucking be mean to me because I mispronounced a fucking French word.
Right.
After my fucking grandparents, my imaginary grandparents, came over there and bailed you fucking pussy people out.
Yeah.
Who gave your country up in what? Hours?
Hours.
Minutes.
Hours, you pussies.
You fucking pussies.
By the way, we have a couple of French fans that I do want to give a shout out to. Jacques, shout out to Jacques. He is a pastel artist. We love him very much. He's blind, deaf, and legless. And
Yes.
shout out to Jacques. We want to hope everything, he's recovering right now. So
you're
Jacques,
okay.
hope you make it out alive. Hope you make it on the other side. Let's bring up the real point of this podcast. The reason that we got together,
Is
the truth in
to
the
get to
matter
the French, yeah.
is that you are running for president.
I'm here today to announce that I'm here to unite the country.
President
President
of the Proud Boys. And let me tell you something. You know you got my vote.
Here's the thing. We're losing this country, people. All right? Now, go to my website. Yeah, I always give them like
Make
just a
America
Florida-
proud again,
yeah.
that Joe's.
But
Hey-
a lot of them are just like from the north too, right?
Yes.
Did they not fucking ruin a perfectly good Fred Perry shirt?
He really
I mean,
did.
I can't even wear my fucking Fred Perry. You know how many Fred Perry shirts I paid $90 for?
Dude, I have tiki torches in my backyard that for the bugs in the summer, but I
you
can't do it
can't-
if a non-white person comes over. I can only put that in if I got whites coming in the backyard.
Also a funny comedy sketch.
Yeah, that's
just
right.
like you can't even hold the tiki torch now.
I know.
You can't even go to fucking
Home Depot,
You
I-
can't even hold the depot. You have to have a black friend to go pay for them.
And then someone's gonna be like, "You would make him pay for that, wouldn't you?
Right,
You
and then
fucking
you're like,
bigot."
Oh, fuck, I can't win. Yeah.
Wait, tell me, you did Rogan. Did you? That's your. How many times have you done Rogan?
This was my first time.
That's your one, right?
That's my one.
So, and he called me, and I said, "How did Jan do? Is he coming back?"
Yeah.
And he said, "I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Anytime he wants."
Wow.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Did you love it? Did you have fun down there in Austin?
Dude, it was. He is so fucking chill.
Yeah, he's very
He's
chill.
so chill.
Would you move down there? You one of those guys?
If
All these
you
guys
go.
have jumped ship.
No,
I
if
know.
you fucking go, I'd go.
Just because that's a love thing.
I go if you go.
I
And
know.
I'm not fucking around either. If Andrew
I go?
Santino goes, I'm going. Yeah. I follow you.
He talked to me the other day about that, about people moving down there, and about he was like, "You got to come down here, come check it out, come visit." I'm jealous that so many people have gone, at least even to visit, because of what's happening down there.
Yeah.
Because I know something I genuinely want to talk to you about is like Austin's open, right?
Wide open.
Isn't that wild?
wild.
And then you come here, and it's like, not only are we closed, it's you can't. There was an article that I read this morning that said, "Rethink going to the grocery store."
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. You're telling me that not now people shouldn't even go get food? It's like there's no rhyme or reason to how I have to feel anymore these days. So it's just I want to know, people that go to those open states, did you feel weird a little bit? Because
because that's the thing. It's like people were wearing masks. There are certain restrictions. It's sensible.
But it's indoors. You have to wear masks when you go into a shop. But all the shops are open.
Shops seem open. Not all of them, though. Not all of them. So it's like
Okay.
some things.
But when you walk into a shop, everyone is wearing a mask.
Everyone's wearing a mask.
For the most part.
Yeah, it's like it almost seems like most of our states were in the summer, where it's like you
Where
walk
we
in with
were,
a mask,
yeah.
then you sit down and take it off.
Right.
And you know what? Like, I guess this was a new thing. Numbers were high. People were freaking out. But at this point, you could say the lockdowns probably prevented more cases, but also not locking down may have been similar.
We don't know. Yeah,
don't know.
that's how I feel about it.
Because
who knows?
look, California was locked the fuck down. It's locked the fuck now, and it's the worst state in the union.
Number two to
Who's
Arizona.
Arizona's.
Yeah, we did the per capitas the other day.
Yeah.
When somebody goes, "Well, that's because there's so many people," I go, "No, per capita is what
Right.
we're looking at." By the way, Texas per capita, Florida per capita, they're like 20 on the list.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't get it.
Right.
I don't fucking get it. Either we're just such pussies in California, we're just like, "Oh, COVID," and we're getting it easier. Maybe Texas people are like, "I'm gonna shoot it away."
Yeah.
Whatever it is, they're batting it away faster than we are because everyone I know is getting it.
Yeah,
So
well-
many people out here got riddled with it.
Yeah.
Christina and Tom, they just got through that war of all that shit. It's just like
Did they have it too? They had COVID?
they got it.
Yeah.
Not only did they get it,
Yeah.
they started a new company with it.
Really?
Yes, they signed COVID.
They signed COVID.
COVID has its own podcast on YMH now.
It's got it on its own network. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Coming At Ya.
Yeah. So it's a lot of. Did they have
A lot
it
of
bad?
people out here got it. No, they didn't have it too bad. I talked to them. They didn't have it too bad. And they've talked about it, I think, on their podcast. But
If not, hey, they got COVID. I
They-
it's
oh,
nothing
yeah,
to be
now they don't.
ashamed of. Yeah.
yeah, see, you and I talked about this. I texted you, and it was like, more people should talk about
You
it.
should.
That way it feels like human. That way someone's like, "Oh, my God, you did?"
Right. Right.
And I said this the other day on a friend, it's just, I'm tired of people making anybody feel bad about it.
Right.
The only way you should have felt bad is if you're like, "Yeah, I went to the fucking rave
Right.
in the Ozarks and was sucking Jello shots out of some guy's asshole."
Right. It's
like,
actually the responsible thing to say it, so people who
So
are
people
around-
know
I
what's
mean,
up.
Nobody's trying to give it to anyone.
no.
It's a pandemic. It fucking happens. Yeah. You gotta. You know what's funny though is like I was in the hotel in Austin, and I have antibodies or whatever, but like you're still a little nervous of it. You know.
Yeah,
You're
of
just kinda-
course. You
you're
have
still
to.
a little nervous of
You're
it.
human.
Yeah. And it's funny, like, it's erased all fears of the things that you used to fear. When I used to go into a hotel room, the only thing I thought about was bed bugs.
Me too.
I didn't think about bed bugs till I was leaving. I jumped on the bed. I threw my bag on there. I didn't even think about it.
No, you don't think
And
about
for
anything
a while,
else.
bed bugs was the new AIDS.
Yeah, but that doesn't exist now.
Doesn't
COVID's
even
the only
exist.
bed bug you're
COVID,
thinking about.
Yeah, I think if you're diagnosed with bed bugs, they will say you have COVID.
You do?
Yeah,
Well, bed bugs are COVID. You know that, right? That's the whole thing.
it is. Yeah,
In the Q community, that's what everybody says.
I heard that.
Yeah,
I heard that.
That's the new thing. Sidestep. I want to ask one personal question. You could say take it out, but we're not. We're going to leave it in. You gonna have another kid, or is this the one and done?
No, we're gonna have another kid.
You gonna go
can
for it
leave
again?
that in. My
Leave it.
dick works.
Look at that thing.
This thing fucking
Show
works.
your pipe.
It works.
Welcome back to Show Your Pipe.
Yeah.
Uh,
Show your pipe.
You want to do it again?
That would also be a very funny
Show your pipe.
spoof podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we are. My name is
we are
fucking...
back. Show your pipe.
And the guy just shows the... Thank you. Next episode, we will
This
have...
is my cousin Mikey. Show your pipe. He's like, yo, what's up? I'm 6'2". I'm 286. I work construction. Here's my pipe.
Here's my pipe. Next, and then you have celebrities on. Show them your pipe.
But right in the middle of saying...
And then you do ad reads. after.
Yeah, that's right. Right when you go, hold on. It is my cousin. You know, we love this dude. He's new to the cast. And hold on one second. Before we do that, Blue Chew. Show your pipe.
Show your pipe.
Show your pipe.
Show your pipe.
Hey, so after you've done Rogan once, though, now, have you been inundated with any of the Rogan-esque things that people end up doing? Like, are you more into UFC? Do you want to eat more meat? Do you want to lift more weights?
I got a fucking elk in my freezer right now.
Got it now. He gets in people's blood.
Yes.
Timmy Dillon
taking
turned into like
vitamins.
a disciple right after.
Yeah.
He did it four or five times, and Tim Dillon was like, "I'm fucking getting a green egg in the backyard, and I'm smoking my own meat."
He was it was cool. We talked for a long time, and it was
7 or 8 hours over there.
It was like 7 or 8 hours, and it was just he's just it's crazy how down to earth he is.
No, he's a good.
He's a
great egg. He's
you
one of my
never
good
meet-
friends.
It's
I love
very
him.
rare you meet someone who has that much influence who's just that kind of like nice.
It does well.
It's rare.
Also influence, but outside of that, it is an interesting thing to me is like when you get very wealthy, there's only two ways. I don't know any other way. You're either like the same person that you were, and it's like, yeah, I just have way more money now, or you're a fucking piece of shit. I don't know any other way. There isn't.
You're right. There's
There
no in
isn't
between.
someone who's like kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
No, you're either the same that you always were. You just have more of what you never had.
Yeah.
Or you're just a fucking complete monster.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many of my friends get a lot of money, and there is no middle ground.
Yes, you're
There,
right.
it just doesn't exist. You're either
right.
a fucking monster, or you're like, I'm just richer than I was before.
Yeah.
Or I just have now I'm set, or my kids are set. And he's one of the guys that's like, he was the same guy. Well, I mean, he was wealthy when I met him, or rich when I met him. But now he's set in stone, and he's the exact same guy. So, but I have met a few guys, and I'll call them out. We'll scroll their names below. They just get a couple bucks, and they dynamically change. They become fucking mega monsters. And he never had that in his bones for some reason. It was never even in his blood to...
He's done so much for... And what he does... Like, just having me on was like... How nice is that?
It's fucking great.
I mean, just like, yeah, he could have anyone on.
It's
It's
the new Tonight Show. We've said that for years, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh, we're sick of hearing about Rogan." But let me tell you, I'll give you a little statistic that I read today. I just coincidentally enough, the Tonight Show literally this week had the worst rating it's ever had. It had 800,000 viewers.
That's insane. The Tonight Show is pulling in 800,000.
That was the worst it's ever had.
Wow. So 800,000 people watching that television show. Now, it used to be like 14 million, 20 million.
Oh, more. It was.
Yeah.
I mean, in the Carson days, it was above 20 million. Was
20
average.
million.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's
That's why
just-
you could do that show and get famous in overnight. Was
Right.
because Carson-esque, it was like, if you had 40 million television sets, only 4 channels, you know,
Right.
what do you think people were watching? It was like, you just had to be the best show at midnight.
Right.
Carson was by a landslide.
Right.
And so you did that show. 2 days
Jesus,
later, you were
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I heard at one point like there was like, I think like less than 100,000 people tune in for the Daily Show now. It's like sometimes
Is
you'll
that
get,
what
like,
it is?
Yeah, 50,000,
Damn.
100,000. Yeah.
Well, also because now it's like, I'm sure like something like SNL, I'm sure their numbers are in the 500,000 to 600,000, but they get 6 million on the internet
Online,
now.
yeah.
So like all these shows are learning that people just want to receive them when they need to receive them.
Yep.
That's everything.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to. Appointment viewing is cute, and I like how we retro did this thing on a lot of networks where we're like, you know, you got to watch this next week, and like even this show I do on FX, Dave, we do that, but still, online is where they Hulu and all that.
Right.
That's where they want to see it when they go. I feel like watching it now, because you can't tell people when to watch things because they're like, I got to work, I have kids, I can't fucking. And
Right.
DVRing is a thing where you're like, why? I'll just sign onto the internet
Right.
and watch all my shit at once.
Right, right. It's like a lot of TV shows get less views. I would say a lot of TV shows get less views than this great show right here.
This is a good show.
This is a damn good show.
This is a good show.
Damn good show. And
Well, let me tell you, that
no overhead.
No overhead.
Be very worried.
Yeah.
If you're not a comedian, be very worried. We don't need a lot of people that we used to need. The world's changing Call us. Tell me what you can do for us.
What can you do?
Don't just say, hey, I got a cartoon idea. Have you got the cartoon? What is this thing with the cartoon?
What's a cartoon idea?
Just like every agent's just like, write a cartoon. You're like, where are these cartoons?
Yeah, who's
Nobody's
watching?
going to buy my fucking, am I going to do it better than South Park? Leave me alone.
By the way, no.
Yeah,
That's,
you're
that's
not
case
getting
in
a
point.
piece of my podcast. It's not happening.
They do. Everybody wants to get in the
They're trying
podcast
to
game.
get in. They're trying to get their
But you-
pauper paws in
But
there.
you know what's good about some of this new age stuff?
Is we're not stupid and they're not getting any.
Boom!
Yes.
We're not giving up shit.
Yeah.
There's some new podcasts that have emerged in there of guys that I didn't know would be good at podcasting. There's a show called I Am Athlete. I highly encourage people to check out. Brandon Marshall, T.O., Fred Taylor. They like ex NFL players talking shit about their experience in the NFL, being candid. But they're saying cool
sounds
shit.
great,
It's
yeah.
awesome because it's kind of like they finally have the voice to be like, you know what was fucked up that the NFL did?
Right.
Like T.O. did a whole episode about, and I've talked about this, I think maybe on my show, but like I watched another episode today, which is why, but it just stuck out to me. The first thing that sunk me was T.O. talked about how these guys now have like a celebration camera in the end zone. There's like a party cam. When in his generation was the evil turn where they fined them for dancing.
Right.
And he was like, "What? You should retroactively give me my fucking money back."
got a point.
Because those guys get paid for like now they're celebrating and it's like sponsored by Oreo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like get the fuck out of the fucking evil NFL. Find these guys, and not for being egregious. They were dancing after they scored a touchdown.
Right.
And you find them. Now the new generation, it not only is it's encouraged, it's promoted.
Right.
They have a camera to cut to them. So when T.O. said that, that sunk me on the show. And because I was like, this is the real inside from the athlete's perspective about the bullshit that we as couch viewers will never hear. So that's the beauty of people starting shows is I'm like, I want more inside. I want less well, I can't because
Contrived.
they told me I can't.
Yeah.
I want more people going, let me give you the fucking
The real,
let me give you the real shit.
The truth, yeah.
Let me give you that's the athlete's version of what comics do is like we get to talk shit on here and there's nobody with a clipboard going,
Right.
you guys shouldn't talk about any of those things.
Right.
This is a way for athletes to go, I'll call out the fucking he's like, I'll call out the fucking Dallas Cowboys for what they did.
Right.
It's great. It's
Right.
like, no, you're not under that regime anymore.
Right. I had
thumb.
a sports show for a little while on AOL's 2-point lead. It's, massive network.
They
They had a lot of money, though.
mail.
Yeah, they had a lot of money because
AOL, they're still killing it.
I think they're owned by Verizon.
I
but-
got their discs.
Yeah.
I got all their discs.
But for a while, they were like, we were getting big athletes. I mean,
Yeah.
when we did the New Fronts, we got Gronk to be in
Love
it.
Gronk.
We were getting big athletes, and we would interview them and stuff like that. They're athletes cannot say anything.
They're not
and
allowed
they
to even
tell you
smile if they're
beforehand,
not supposed to. Yeah.
and it's because of the league, the image, and
It's crazy.
and their sponsors and
Crazy.
all that. You can't. Me and Chris had a local sports show on MSG where we hosted together. Me and Chrissy D.
Hey, seen it.
You seen it? Yeah.
Seen it.
Piece of shit. I mean, if
know.
you want, no, it is. It is. We
It just
both were
wasn't what
fat.
you guys wanted to make.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't let us say it. You couldn't say it. They
I know.
wrote every word, and
Of
then
course.
we couldn't even ad-lib a word.
No.
But when they hired us, originally we want comedians because we want to be funny, and then we said something like, "Can we?" We said we like riffed something about like Jeter, and it wasn't even bad. It
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
even bad.
to them it was.
And to them, and then like from the top, they were like, that whole show needs to be written, and every word needs to be written, and they can't do anything. You can't even say. So it was like if you watch that show, every single word
Scripted.
was scripted.
Yeah, but that's what's so painful is like, didn't they learn that lesson from giving comic shows years ago? Like when Dave Attell was doing his show, it was so Dave Attell, even though it was it was a time
That
when
show was great.
oh it was the best. Even though he
Insomniac.
wasn't sober, and I'm sure that was a odd point in his life of
Yeah.
like, he's sober now, but like
It still would have been great if he went in there and was like, "I'm getting a tonic water." It's still because
he'd still be great.
Yeah.
It just the point of it was because of the alcohol and the people around him, it was free as a bird. There was no Comedy Central couldn't have controlled that if they tried.
right.
Like you couldn't write that shit.
Right.
That was the environment existed. It's like when they say who talks like that. You're like a lot of people.
Everyone talks like that.
Right.
Yeah.
You just don't think so because you're used to CBS telling you what people are supposed to talk like.
Right. It went from like at the beginning they were like, "Yeah, What's up here? Yeah, we're watching. Come here, Carol. And you're like, and then you're like, did people talk like that? And then you meet your grandfather, and he's got a normal voice.
Right.
So that was just like the most neutral way.
Get over here, see?
Get over here.
Well, listen here, kid.
Yeah, come over.
And your granddad's like,
And nobody talked like that. Nobody talked like that.
No, it was all
so that was probably
fabricated.
their TV voice.
right, that was and that's what they make people do now. Like me and the old bag always make fun of whenever we're watching like Family Feud or something. It carries over into the evening news, and I feel so bad because I know those people on the news are just trying to do their job, but it's such cornball shit when they're like, and he did it by himself. Like, why do you need to sound like that?
Yeah.
You could just sound like this. You could go, there was a crime tonight on the 1800 block of so-and-so in Hollywood and such and such. But the way that the inflection is imposed on them, it'll never go. That is one of those things, it'll never change.
Yeah.
It's embedded into the cultures. So now they have to always talk this way. Why did they decide that was the normal
It's a
way to
good
report
question,
news?
But that is the way it sounds.
It's like this. It's like sickening to me that you're like, let this guy sound like a guy.
Yeah.
And let that woman sound like a
Yeah,
person.
but what is that inflection?
Well,
What is the
so
purpose
I
of
went to journalism school, and they teach you what is called broad.
What didn't you do? You swam, you know?
Yeah.
You banged your nemesis's girl. Yeah. You were you're on a show now.
And
You were on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I was in the biggest fraternity of all time, Psi Kappa Slappa.
What haven't you done?
I did not do nothing. By the way, they wouldn't let me in a fraternity. I went to one fraternity party. I never rushed, but I went to one fraternity party.
No redheads.
We did not get along.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I don't believe in system. I don't like I don't like authority. Have had a lot of trouble with police, and I'm not really good with someone telling me what to do. So I was like, I don't think so. I'm not going to do any of your cockamamie stuff.
Yeah.
You have to. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
And then I'll just go, and then I'll just come to your parties.
Yeah.
Because you know that I'm fun.
Yeah.
I literally just went to frat parties with friends who were in frats, and they were always like, "He's cool," because they were like, "Oh, he's more fun than the system."
Right.
I would just go hang out.
Right.
What didn't I do? I didn't do nothing. By the way, getting back to what I said, I did everything. I'm a chess champion.
Right. I knew about that.
A lot of people say
Equestrian, which is impressive.
equestrian. A lot of what I do with horses, they ride me.
Yeah, that's the trick. And people pay a lot of money to see it too.
They do. A couple $100,000 a year is what Papa's getting.
Yeah.
I just got invited, by the way, to go on a vacation to Mexico.
Uh-huh.
And the answer is no. Because why am I going to Mexico right now? Of all the places that I'm going to travel to, I don't think that's the place I'm going to go.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I'm not going to go down there.
Right.
And do I want to go see a donk show? Yes.
Yeah.
But I can't do it right now.
Right.
I don't understand people taking vacations right now unless you got a PJ. I'm certainly not going to Mexico where for sure I'm going to get captured and killed. And
for sure now.
For now.
Because their economy shut down too. So
that
is
trouble.
back big. Yeah. Kidnapping's probably back big. Kidnapping
is
may
back.
make a comeback. Yeah.
Kidnapping is making a comeback, but unfortunately, they're not kidnapping who they used to. No kid.
Right.
They're adult male napping right now.
Right.
We got all the assets. I got a 401k. I'm adult nappable.
I mean, I don't know if you might want to edit that out. Apparently yourself, you're going to do that as well.
It's in someone else's name.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to ask you one personal question.
Yeah.
A genuine. I know I've asked
You've
you a
asked
few.
a lot of them though.
Yeah, but this one's real.
Okay.
The other ones were jokes.
Yes.
Real question.
Yeah.
Second kid coming up. Let's say you have a second kid. Wife pops it out.
I'm going to let it choose its own gender.
You
Yes.
have to.
Yes.
And you know it's not your kid. It
I'm
comes
going
out.
to smack that doctor if it says boy or girl. I'm going to say, fucking what?
It's funny
You're on notice.
in the time of how PC everyone's been, but gender reveal parties are at a high.
They're at an all-time
They're like,
high.
there is no gender, but this gender reveal party.
Yeah.
Look at how great these balloons are.
How great would it be if Antifa just started storming gender relief parties?
Gender reveal
I call
parties?
them gender relief parties.
Well, because it is a relief once you find out.
Once you find out,
You just go, thank God.
that would be so funny if they just started protesting those. Just like fucking.
Let it choose. Let it choose.
choose.
Across the street.
Stop it, Nazis! Stop it!
Why are those colors the ones you The idea is so crazy to think that anybody would get mad about something so simplistic and so nonsensical.
It
means
really-
nothing.
it's crazy.
You know what it really is at some point for anything? Like the way we name our kids.
Yeah.
These things are just rites of passage. In the long run, it doesn't really mean nothing really means anything. So to like be angry about things like that, I'm always like, Who could care, dude? Why could you give a fuck what other people are up to?
I'm telling you, you can't care about things.
No, I don't care anymore. I care about my shit.
Yeah.
Anybody else's shit? Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care. I don't care anymore. And no one needs to know. You don't need to shout it from the rooftops.
Yeah.
You don't. Nobody cares that you find your situation that important that you're like, I want to be known as this, as XYZ. Nobody. I promise, no one cares.
No, when you die, like, you'll be forgotten in one generation. Nobody cares. I don't even care. That's why my blood pressure's going down. Like I came home the other day. It was me and my wife.
That's COVID, though. By the way, it does lower your blood pressure.
It does lower your blood pressure. But I smelled cool water, and I just let it go. I let it go. I didn't ask.
Do you have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, by the way?
Yeah.
Which one? Moderate or severe?
It's moderate. It's moderate. Yeah. It's moderate. Yeah.
Whenever I see that commercial, I'm always like, what about mild? They don't take them into consideration at all. It's only moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
Yeah.
How come those commercials run so much, but herpes commercials don't anymore? When was the
Maybe-
last time you saw a herpes commercial? Valtrex, for real.
It's been a long time. Maybe
Yeah.
herpes. You know,
Herpes went away.
You know what's funny about the vaccine too? Like a lot of people won't take the vaccine. They're scared of the vaccine. But if that vaccine cured herpes, there'd be fucking everyone would be lining up at CVS.
It'd be a Dodger Stadium.
I mean, everyone would get it. Like the HPV vaccine came out, nobody
Didn't even
disputed
think about it. Didn't even think about
Nobody. They would just fucking everyone here 26. By the way, I missed that window.
Right. I know. We did.
We
Our
were too
generation-
old. We didn't get it.
Well, no, we did get it because we didn't get it.
Exactly.
We all got it because we didn't get it.
didn't get it.
That's such a true fact. I talked to a friend about that, about people being weary of the vaccine because it came out too fast. You're like, it's money. They were like, we all need to make money on this.
Everyone wants the economy. There's no conspiracy. Everyone wants the economy opening. Nobody wants this.
Yeah, no one's
and then the
begging
people
for
were
this.
like, they did this because Trump was doing good. It's like it's a global pandemic.
Right. I like the idea that to somebody to think that the Chinese released this for the entire world to get sick just because they don't like Trump.
No.
And by the way, if that's
They
true,
did it to take Hong Kong.
That's
And
what
they
I
have.
said.
Yes. And they have. Make no mistake.
if the Chinese made this just to get back at Trump, if that conspiracy turns out to be true in 50 years, kudos.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
You
Let's
got
shut down
us.
The whole world. Yeah.
You got us good.
Tim Dillon's got a funny. This is a Tim Dillon line.
Yeah.
He goes, racists are so stupid. He's like they don't even know who they're mad. You know, it's like you keep going like, these Jews. It's like you don't even know who your boss is. It's the Chinese. They run shit.
It's true.
Yeah,
It
like
is
you
true.
don't even know who your real master
Your real
is.
boss. Yeah. Your real master. Look, we're all subject to our own peril. And when we all go away, I promise you no one will remember. So for now, have some fun. Have a kid. Do what Yannis Pappas is doing.
Are you doing it?
I'm working on it right now. I'm pumping. After this, I'm going to go home and pump.
Are you trying to have the kid?
Yes.
Were
I don't
you a
want to have.
girl
I don't want
at
her to
some-
have the burden to birth the child.
Right.
I'm going to go through with
You're
it.
going to do it.
I want to be Mr. Mom.
You should try. Yeah.
How much money would it take for you to carry a kid in your belly and have it out of your penis?
Well, here's the thing. I'll talk earnestly for a second.
Give it.
When you have a kid, you are going to have another level of respect for what I mean. Watching that is one of the wildest things.
Yeah.
Watching a human coming out of that, watching your wife make your kid is wild.
Isn't that proof that we're lizard people? You saw that thing open up.
It was absolutely, absolutely. Why do you keep taking the words out of my mouth?
Because I just want to say what you say.
Yeah, me and you were there, and you knew that was coming next.
I
and you
did.
banged it.
I did.
Yes.
The level of respect that you gain from your wife
That's
is
when I
insurmountable.
realized
huh?
at that moment we're lizards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
And-
incredible.
And so then from there you can deduct Hillary Clinton also. If we're lizards, she's
She's a
human.
lizard.
She's a lizard.
Look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes and say to me, you wish it was a girl when it was born.
It is a girl.
No, you wish it was a
I
girl.
wish it was a girl.
You wished it was a girl?
I wished it was a girl.
Did you wish it was a boy?
I knew it was a girl because we did a gender reveal.
Before that,
My wife's from Long Island. You know, they do things big and cheesy.
Long
So we
Island
pumped the
mediums.
we shot the thing in the fucking air.
But did you wish it was a girl or wish it was a boy?
I wanted a girl.
You
because
did?
there's all boys in my family.
You sensitive, sweet boy.
Yeah, I wanted a girl.
Let me
And
tell you
I got
something.
my
If I have a girl, I'm
Yeah.
killing it, just like the Chinese.
And the Spartans. You're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing.
If I have a girl, can I give it to you?
No, I think it's more interesting if you kill it. I won't tell anyone.
You won't snitch?
No, I won't snitch on you. Yeah.
better not.
And we'll birth it at home. We won't let anyone know your wife's pregnant just because we might kill the thing.
Tub birth, right? You got to do the tub.
Got to do the tub birth.
Got to do it in the
Yeah,
tub.
You got to do.
And
the
I
tub
hear that
birth.
they got to keep the tub water and the placenta and all that stuff.
Some people eat it.
I've heard
And those
that.
people are called white people. Which is a true thing.
Name the first white person, famous woman that comes to mind that you think ate their placenta.
Farrah Fawcett.
Very good.
Yeah, she hates her placenta. I thought you were going with name the first white, so I just picked Farrah Fawcett.
It was good. You were already there.
Daryl Hannah, though, if I had more time.
If I have the most time, it's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yours is, again, you're right.
Because I think that's accurate.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Name a white guy that you think would eat the baby's placenta.
Bruce Willis. That's an easy one. That's simple.
You had that one in the chamber.
I mean, that's an easy one, yeah.
Rob Lowe.
Again, I
Because
thought
you know
I was right
why?
till you said
He's
yours.
really good looking,
Yeah.
and I don't trust how hot he is.
I don't trust him
He's
either.
eating something.
He's eating something.
You don't get to get hotter like that. That's disgusting. I see his Atkins commercial, and
Still-
I'm
yeah.
about to come,
Yeah.
and because the commercial is it's 30 seconds, but I
Yeah.
can do it with Rob. And I see that commercial, and I got to tell you, it's sometimes I look close at 4K, and
Yeah.
I'm annoyed how hot some people got and stayed. And you can tell it's no fabrication. That guy looks like that all the time.
He does. You know what the funny thing about him is? He's one of those hots. Like if you go back to like St. Elmo's Fire when he was young, he's one of those hots that if you put a wig on him, you will let him
Correct.
suck your dick.
Correct.
He's so hot, even as a woman, he would be
Correct.
hot. He's got one of those like you're a beautiful
Correct.
man,
Who else is
but
like
you're
that?
a beautiful person.
Who else has that?
Brad Pitt has that when he was young.
I would say I'd let him do it as a guy. I
Yeah.
got to be
You
honest.
know
It
the
doesn't-
type of
doesn't
hot
even
I'm
need to look-
talking about?
Yeah, 100%.
It's not like that kind of like
It's not super masculine.
It's not a super masculine hot.
But it's
You know, if the wig goes on, you would let him suck your dick.
guys like Steve Buscemi.
Yeah,
guys like
that's perfect.
guys like William H. Macy.
Really, I mean, you're fucking good at
am
this.
I 2 for 2?
You're 2 for 2.
You know, these kind of guys are the kind.
Try to think of. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
though,
of
right?
course.
Yeah,
Of
like
course.
if you threw lipstick on Rob Lowe when he was young, and
Beautiful.
threw a wig on him,
Yes.
and put him in a dress,
Yep.
and he walked in, you'd go, all right. I guess it's not, you know.
No, I'd go fine. I'd go
Yeah.
great. You're
Yeah.
here.
Just be like, all right, just don't talk,
No, I'd say to have a
and
little
you
chitter
can
chatter.
look up a few times.
A little chatter is good.
Yeah.
My baby boy, I love you. I'm so happy that you came here. I really appreciate you taking the time to come on my podcast. And because we're post-COVID, we're in a good space, and so I'm proud of this.
Yeah.
And I hope everyone stays healthy and stays safe. We're going to end this episode the same way we end all of our episodes. I'm going to walk off camera, and you're going to say whatever you want in the camera. It's going to end the episode. One word or one phrase, something nice and sweet and simple that says, Jan Pop was here. When I'm off camera, you take it to town, okay? Go ahead. When you're ready.
Okay. Serenity.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.